Hang on, folks. I forgot to unmute him. All right, there we go.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Good
everybody.
Sunday morning.
It is Sunday morning. We're already starting off on the right foot, I see. Oh, what's going on, people? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday morning Fishroom Hangout stream. Where we hang
You know,
out.
your intro is way too long. It's like
Put you
I
to sleep.
fall asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I will take that consideration and file it under that, stuff I don't care about.
Yeah, I know. The garbage.
Mm-hmm. But thanks for your unwanted criticism.
Like
I appreciate it. All right, let's say hi to people. Hi, people.
I know. Everybody has an opinion, and it usually stinks.
Yup. But yeah, I hear you. I might have to revamp it. It's been a little while. Good morning, Scotty Aquati. What's going on, man? How you doing? 3G, what's going on? Greg's Catfish Cave. Good morning, good morning. He says evening. Evening.
Evening
Evening.
in Australia.
Dee Dee's Finden. She can't believe I'm here this early. Well, it's early. And good morning. Thanks for being here. Make sure I don't knock anything over. Whoops. I just inherited a tablet, so checking it out. Trying something new today. Excuse me. Where am I at? Chat jumped. Holy cow, man. Foxy Fishes, good morning, good morning. Scotty already said hi, Scotty. Good morning. Paul McCarthy, what's going on? How you doing, man? Good morning. Thanks for being here. Al Wet Sox, good morning. Merrick T. Long Family Shoal, good morning, good morning. Bipolar Fish Keeper, good morning. John McKenzie, what up, weirdo? Good morning. Dennis Christensen, hello, hello. What's up? Rico, it's easy like Sunday morning. Yep. You know it, buddy. Thanks for being here.
For nothing is ever easy.
Salient, what's up? Good morning. And I think that's everybody I see at the moment. And I see 23 here. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like, it couldn't hurt. Thanks. All right, so what do we got going on today? It's a mess, dude. It's a mess.
What's a mess?
I've had some bad. Not been a good week in the fish room.
Uh-oh.
Remember that? All those little cyanodorsalis fry the eggs we put in the container and then they hatched and then all those little babies. Yeah, they're all dead. Every last one of them.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know what happened. I think maybe I didn't feed them enough. I'm not sure. But yeah, they all died. So that sucked. My Blenny
Bummer.
died. And that sucked.
Oh no, the Blenny.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And I was feeding
He
everything
was
I
such
could
a
feed, but
cool
he just looked
guy.
like he was getting skinnier and skinnier. So I don't know, maybe he had some sort of parasite or something, but maybe I just wasn't feeding
He
the right
was
stuff,
such a
man.
cool guy
He was
too.
cool. Like he pigged himself out when the first week he was there and ate like all this algae and then he just stopped. So I don't know if something happened to him or he just ran out of the food, but I was feeding like seaweed pellets, spirulina powder, like the frozen seaweed extreme stuff for especially for vegetarian things. Like, dude, snails loved it.
Maybe he got goat or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He just
From
kept getting.
eating too much.
I was worried about him too because he kept looking like he was getting skinnier and skinnier. And I was like, dude, this guy doesn't look like he's eating. So I don't know. Maybe he just had like some kind of
Maybe he had a parasite.
I don't know. Maybe it happens sometimes. Things just die. Yep. Man,
Oh,
it sucks.
fella. You deeged him.
What? Say that again.
You you deeged them.
Deeged him?
Yeah, degenerated him.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I did have an issue in that tank
Remember your old days?
earlier. Was it? Yeah, it was earlier in the week. There was I've been on vacation this whole week, and I did a water change on the tank like Monday, whenever it was, and the next day the water was like cloudy as hell. I'm like, what is going on here? Well, actually, that's not true. I fed um that like seaweed extreme stuff or whatever it was, the frozen stuff, and it made the water real cloudy. And then the water didn't get any less cloudy the next day. I'm like, okay, I should do a water change. So then I did another water change, and it was like I did like 3 water changes on this tank this week. And then I guess maybe that was too much for him. I don't know. I don't think he was eating, dude. Richard Reynolds, what's going on, man? Hey, I sent you an email, and let me know about the. I sent the money. Hopefully you got it. This is about the auction. That happened too. I bought some Pseudomugo. Oh God, can I say this word? Ivan Staffies? Staffai? Ivan Staffai? I won the auction. Richard should have his money. And he asked about shipping. So Richard, you said Tuesday. Could you ship it Wednesday? That would be better, because somebody will be home all day Thursday to pick it up to be here, and that would be great. Let me know. If not, we'll make other arrangements. Cool. He said I'll send it out Wednesday. Perfect, dude. Thank you very much, and thanks for being here. Anyone have Siamese algae eaters? No, I don't. Do you? No. Then what do
No,
you have?
I have autos.
I thought about getting a
Auto
Siamese
synchro.
algae eater. They get kind of big though. Hmm.
Yeah,
Wouldn't flying foxes be
that's
like a
why
better fish?
I never got it. I think
I
there's
got a cough.
Chinese Siamese eaters or Chinese. I don't know,
Yeah, there's a Chinese
but
algae
there's
eater and there's a Siamese algae eater, and
yeah,
one gets like incredibly
and one
big.
gets like huge, and
Yeah,
they start sucking the
slime coat.
the slime coat off a fish and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they no longer crave algae; they crave protein.
Good morning, Debs. Aquapets. What's going on? Aquaria Life.
Aqua
What's up?
life is here. I
Uh,
mean, not aquarium life.
Aqua
Sorry,
Life. All right. Okay. So yeah, all the babies
rebranded,
died. My Blenny died.
rebranded,
Um, I had Illuminatus die.
rebranded new stuff. Ian's here.
What's up, Ian? And I think the Luminas died because it's just aged out. Maybe you got, but I don't know. I've noticed that like some of the pseudos, like they just hit a certain period, they just get like you can tell they look old. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
they're not a very long-lived fish, are they?
Nah, I don't think so. Like 18 months, 2 years, maybe 2 years plus, if in like
You could usually tell
aquarium
by
conditions.
how, the, if fish are really active. It is my opinion that they live a fast and furious life. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alishon, what's going on? The fishy Grim Reaper. Yeah, it happens. It happens, man. But other than that, you know, what can I say? I did. Well, we know here. Let me turn some lights on around here. Awful dark in this room. Oy. Can I turn this one on? Yes. No. Maybe. Yes. Okay, that one on. Cool. These are the Sella bees that I got. Whatever. 2 weeks ago now. It's over 2 weeks. It'll be 3 weeks soon. So they've been doing well in quarantine. Let's switch the camera. I have a short I did on them last night. Probably another one coming out soon too. Yeah, these guys are really colorful. I don't know if the camera does them any justice, but in real life they're really colorful. They got this blue on them that's pretty cool. I ended up picking up more of them, which is what I have in this other tank down here. Though that camera is not doing anything but focusing on the big thing in the. This is gonna be weird. This one, I don't know. I gotta. Let's see if I can get down low here. Yeah.
That's what she said. Sailor is saying I need a fish that can successfully eat BBA.
You and me both,
According
buddy.
to chart, according to Benno chart, they do their best cleaning
It out.
it out. Any thoughts?
This is the Siamese algae, right? We're talking about.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, when you find out of a fish that eats BBA, let Jason know about it
Okay, here are
because he's
the
yet to find one.
these are the celebes I picked up on Thursday, I believe. Thursday? Yeah, it was my birthday.
Mhm.
So I bought some fish on my birthday. And
Those other ones you were just showing. What are those
the
again?
same thing. Celebes rainbows.
They were.
I just got more of them.
Yeah, but yeah, the oh,
And that's what I put them in a separate quarantine tank because the other ones had already been medicated. I didn't really want to set them backwards. You know what I mean? And I had an empty tank,
uh,
so I threw them in there.
and that's the one that you had. That one was looking kind of skinny, you said, and
Then it died.
you
Yeah,
lost it
yeah, yep. So I ended up
last
picking up
week,
more.
right?
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah, I think it wasn't even on the stream. Maybe we saw that. I don't remember. Or I talked
They're
about it.
very pretty fish.
Yeah, they are. Um,
Those three in the other tank look like three males, are they?
yeah, I think they might all be males, honestly. But I do have a whole colony. Celebes breed outside a
Yeah. So
few
these
years
are
ago.
just new blood
Nice.
you're bringing in.
Yeah, this is new blood, basically, is what I'm doing. Thanks, Victor. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, so I did want to talk about this because, like, you see the two that are chasing each other around, right? There's also one that's kind of, well, he went off the side there. He'll come back.
Um,
He doesn't
Ian
look
is
so good.
saying that Ian is saying Siamese algae there's eat black bear in his tanks.
Patty wants to see the deformed fish. We can try. Um, but let's talk about this guy real quick. In the bottom right corner is
And
one.
Patty says BBA eater is called the handfish. In other words, you take it out with your hand.
Yeah, yeah, I got the joke there.
Well, sometimes I have to
I
explain it
know.
to you
So,
because I know
takes a minute,
you're a bit slow.
Sometimes it
You're
takes
a
a minute.
bit slow. Either that or you just ignore people.
I like to ignore you
You
sometimes.
ignore them.
I don't ignore people, it's just you.
Janowski, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Red Laser, good morning.
Good morning. All right, so sorry, allergy problems today. Um, there's a fish in this tank. He's just swimming weird. He does like that weird. You ever see those fish that just kind of like hang out and they just kind of like keep doing like this little like flicking thing? Like they can never just be still, just floating in the water. They're always kind of like in a process of like sinking or floating. I don't know. Does that make any sense? I don't see him right now. I think he went. I think he's hot. I know there he is. So I think maybe I need to bet. Yeah,
Nothing you say makes sense to me.
I don't know. I don't know. You ever look at your fish?
Every day.
You ever notice like one that swims differently
Every
than the other ones?
single day. I see
Especially if they're
everything.
new and they're coming in the fish tank and you got like like three of them, four of them, and then one of them just swimming weird. Does like,
Yes.
yeah, okay, right. So all
I
right,
look for
now you
clamped
understand what I'm talking
fins.
about.
I look for clamped fins,
Exactly.
bent spines, all kinds of stuff. I have one um little tetra, it's a glow light tetra. One of his eyes are just like bubbled out. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I'm just letting him live his best life until he passes.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad
I'm
idea.
not, I'm not I'm not a medication kind because he's old. They're all old. My you know, and people may get annoyed at me, but I'm not a medication person. I unless the whole tank is like something drastically wrong with it, I do not resort to medications. I'm sorry.
Alshon,
I
yeah,
got
you should look at that
catap
stuff before
leaves in
purchase.
my tank, you know.
He's like, you should look at that stuff before
That's all.
purchase. But you ever go to a Petco and say, hey, I want some fish? And like, good luck trying to pick the ones that you want, especially because they always move, and then showing the other person which one you wanted. So I was just like, just pick me
Well,
3. And I look at
that
them in the bag, or the whatever, the specimen container. I'm like, can I see them in the container? I just don't want to see any pinch bellies or bent spines, right? So that's what I did look for. That I didn't see any. But when they're in the tank, they do like this weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's like
the thing is, if there's like a gazillion fish in the tank at the pet shop,
that's what I'm saying.
it's hard for you to tell the person, oh, I want that one.
That's exactly
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying.
want that one.
Okay, look at the camera right now. You
So
see
I
that fish
usually
that's in
just
the
let
front?
them pick.
Look at that camera. Look at the fish in the front here. Let's just now watch him. He sits there. He'll hover, but he keeps doing like this, like it's like he's constantly
Like he's sinking
flicking
and
in the
then
water. Like he's constantly like doing like this weird like flicking movement with his fins, just to kind of like he's constantly sinking. So you watch him. He's like flick. It's kind of I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I think it's I think it's in your mind. No, I
Maybe.
don't know. I don't know.
Well, the other two are chasing each other around. This
Just
guy's
keep
trying to
an
like be
eye
like, yo,
on
leave me
him. Just
alone.
keep an eye on him. What else can you do? You
I
know what I
could run
mean?
a
Like,
course of like prosy or something in case it's like internal parasites or parasites on them or
Jesus.
something. Flukes. Flukes is a nasty thing. You know what? I'm gonna do that because now I just
Maybe you should go to veterinarian school.
maybe I should. Maybe I should dissect the fish and see if there's anything wrong with them, and then I can know for the future. Or I could just
Yeah.
proactively. What is the word? Prophylactic treatment.
They all three look like they're swimming fine to me right now.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. And one's constantly chasing him. I put that plastic plant in there like today to kind of like give some line of sight breaks. That guy's
And
like,
maybe those are two males and the other one's a female.
yeah, that might be. But do you think? I mean, a course of prosody really couldn't hurt, could it? Well, I mean, yes, it could hurt. It's meds. If they couldn't handle it, it'll hurt. But correct dosage
Yeah,
should
you
be
could
fine,
end up
right?
killing all three of them.
I could.
Did you try a little salt?
Nope. See, my experience, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of salt, man. I think it's almost like. All right, so it's a treatment for 7 days or 5 days. Sorry. I could read this.
I'm a big
A single
advocate of
dose, single
good
treatment,
food and clean
testing
water.
5 to 7 days. What does the chat think? I'm a sucker for a flasher. These fish are going nowhere. Shaking this up. Sick fish rate. All right. Let me see the dosage here. I'm gonna medicate just because it'll make me feel better. And
Bigfoot's getting a total hip replacement in 9 days.
well, that sucks.
You think some prosy will help him?
Maybe. That sucks, dude. Hopefully it goes well. All right. So what's the
You
dose?
see, there's, there's different schools. Everybody has their own opinion.
Yep.
Patty's saying, okay, fishy man, but clean water only gonna get you so far.
All right. So this says 1 teaspoon for 20 gallons. So that means half a teaspoon for 10. All right. So I'm gonna do a.
Harry, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to do a little water change first, I guess.
Harry has a keen eye. There's Celebi's rainbows.
That's right. And I was worried about one of them swimming a little weird, so it's gonna run a course of prosy in here, just to eliminate that, and then I'll just keep an eye on them from there. But I want to do a water change before I medicate. Just cause. It's gonna be a week before they get another water change. Maybe I'll put some more stuff in here to line of sight break. Do I have anything else to put in here? Oh yeah, I do. I forgot about this. Actually, I could do this. Why not? Since this is just a quarantine tank, and this would work well. Hold on.
A divider, maybe.
No, no. You're never gonna guess what this is, but we're gonna try it. Whoops. Hold on.
The floating ring. I don't know what.
This is what my kid got me for my birthday. He got me these. Which camera are we on? Are we still on that camera? Yeah.
We got the Python in the tank
Yes.
camera.
Cool. He got me these. Here, let's do the little one first. Yeah, supposedly these things said they have some bad reviews, so they may or may not work. But while we're doing that water change, I'll set this up. Bear with me. It's gonna take a minute.
Salient saying that that's why I always QT new fish with
Heck yeah.
the trio of
Meds.
API, General Cure, and
Yeah.
erythromycin,
The med trio, yeah.
erythromycin,
Yeah, I
and
mean, I
ick.
used to do that, but honestly, sometimes that's not a good thing. But yeah. Plus, it gets
Because
expensive
you
too.
gotta think that some pet shops probably do that already
Yeah,
to
maybe.
their fish.
Let's see. Let's
Some
go.
pet shops do.
Go that high.
Not all, I agree, but you never know.
That's right. You never do know.
That's why you only buy fish from pet shops that you usually see healthy fish in.
Let's try this. This one
I
relatively
look for
small.
pet shops that the fish have nice fat bellies and are active and
Yeah. Yeah.
sunken in bellies and you know
I tend not to go to those fish
barely.
shops anyway. Like usually, if I see fish like that, I try not to buy from there because you know that they're just like a mess. Unless it's something like really rare or whatever you were looking for that you can think you can save. All right, that's probably enough water coming out. Just in time to try this out. All right, hang on. Whoops. Let me kill the water. Well, hang on. Let me pull the python out. Wrap this hose up. We'll at least drain the water out of it. Whoa.
Phelan says I've been doing it for breeders. Never had an issue. If they die, is normally stress from moving them.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and it's just some fish can't handle meds. Is what I'm saying. Um, and if you do, if you tend to get a lot of fish, that tends to get really expensive. So
Patty
I
says,
switched to
"Well, I'm a
the.
big user of medication, especially for myself."
But I tended to start just doing maybe like a anti-parasitic, and then just keeping an eye on the fish for a month. So usually what I do, just cause can't really. A lot of times you can't. Well, you can tell with parasites sometimes, not all the times. All right. Anyway, let's get the water out.
With bigger fish, you can usually tell like cichlids and stuff because their poop stringy.
Oh, it doesn't even float. It's supposed to float. This is lame.
What is that? The floating mountains in
Yeah, it's supposed to be like my kid was like that was one of the reviews. Like sometimes they just don't float. I wonder if this one
uh
does. That one does. This one does too. So the little one don't float. It's up. Of course, that's the first one I tried. Put some avatar rocks in here.
Well, right now you're stressing those 3 fish out to no
They'll get over it.
end.
They're about to get medicated, and we're about to get some fresh water, and they're about to get medicated. So I'm gonna let that run for a week, 5 days probably. Is usually when I do the water change. I will feed them the entire time, and I have been feeding these guys pretty good. Like when I first got them, I like put I think it was like baby brine I fed that day. Speaking of which, I gotta make baby brine. And then what is I fed the Daphne I have. Speaking of which, that Daphne colony I have is going nuts. I think I'm feeding it too much. But I gotta keep an eye on it. I'm worried it's gonna crash. Let's try this. It's a good height. I'm gonna try this one. That one doesn't float though, that's so lame. Okay. I think Fishing Mom fell asleep.
Yeah, I did. Did you hear me snoring?
It sounded like it. Alright. What did I just do with those tweezers? Or the clippers over there. Alright, let's do this. Got it. I think we got it. Got it. Let's try it. Let's get this big rock out of here. Big old Avatar rock. Probably good with just one. I don't feel like doing the other one. Big rock, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty dumb, but I love it. It's good for a quarantine.
Well,
I guess it's gonna be hard to catch them out of here, but
your son knows you. He knows
yeah,
what you like.
I just thought it was funny. I would have never bought this for myself. Let's put it that way.
Terry says, okay, the floating rocks creep me out.
Yep. But you know what do you? This is not a permanent tank, so this is a good place to try this out at. Plus, I'm not a big fan of how they got to put like the fake moss on it. You know, they could have just made it look like a rock.
Mm.
You know. Let me turn this on.
Well, first to begin, rocks don't float, so everybody knows it's fake. So whether it has fake moss on it
That's not true. You ever
or
see
not,
pumice? Pumice floats, and that's a rock. Perlite, that's a
whether
mineral.
it
That's a mineral.
has. Stop trying to justify yourself here.
But, you know, whatever.
You ever see a rock that size floating?
You know, things are strange. Things are afoot. All right, we're gonna do a bit of a water change. Okay. All right, that's pretty much it.
I agree, Ian.
What did Ian
Ian
say?
says Jason gets so salty.
What do I get
You
stuck?
ever see Thomas?
Look, you can't say rocks don't float because you know there are. You can just say this is not that kind of rock.
I've never seen a rock that size
We did it in
floating.
science class. We had in middle school. I mean,
Unless
I remember
it's
this rock
fake.
being like the size of a basketball, but you know, I probably was a kid and thought it was bigger than it was. And he made it float, and I was like, whoa. And he passed it around, and it was like light as a feather. I was like, whoa. I was boggled. Boggled.
Yeah, well, it don't take much to boggle you.
Apparently not. All right, so that's that. Rock rage. Bro knows his rocks. All right, I'm gonna let that water warm up a minute before I actually the meds in. But we can do some other stuff. We can do other things. Patty wanted to see the we can find him.
Actually, they look like they're swimming fine to me. I don't know.
Yeah, he swims fine. It's just when he's like at rest is when it doesn't look fine to me. I was trying to explain that.
When he's at rest.
Well, I mean, does it? Well, the thing is, he's never at rest. That's what doesn't seem fine to me. He's always constantly flicking around.
To me, those types of fish never rest. They're constantly moving.
Are they now?
Are they really? Anyway, I've never kept them, so I should
Yeah, you should just shut up.
I shouldn't give my opinion
Oh,
on
there
it.
he is. He's back there. I see him.
There you go, Mr. Salty. Ian, you should drive with him in a car. You want to talk about Salty?
Gets a
Road rage
little
like you
angry in
would
there.
not believe.
I can see this little baby, but he keeps moving. Let's move that out of the way. We'll just keep it here for a minute, and let's switch the camera and see if that does anything. Down. There we go. Set up a camera here. All right. Well, I guess I don't know. Whatever. I guess I'll hold off on medicating then. And if it dies, I'm gonna blame you.
Patty says she just
I'm gonna
don't see
blame Patty
anything
too.
wrong with the fish.
I'm gonna blame all you.
And Terry says I have to agree with Patty. Petite thanks on this one. I'm assuming he's talking about that he doesn't see anything wrong with it.
All right.
Fish
This is
diving.
really blown up. I need to.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah. Hang on.
wazoom in your face.
Wazoom.
Plus, you can see the whole the rest of your fish
Yeah. Is that better? That
room.
should be a little better. But I gotta turn the light on, and I need my phone to do that. So I need to come over here and take this camera away for a minute.
That's some nice crips.
You're doing all right, man. This tank seems to be doing all right. A little bit of black beard growing. All right, let's turn this up.
Yeah, but
Whoops.
then again, which tank don't you have Blackbeard in?
That should be bright, right? Boom. Still seeing a lot of background there, so you angle it.
You see, Alashon says flashing can also happen with poor water quality.
That little guy up in that left corner is the one, Patty. I don't know where he went. He went behind the. He's over here now.
And Craig says fish flash when breeding as well.
Yeah, it's not. He's not flashing. That's not what I said. I said he's flicking. He's doing all right.
Flicking.
When all
He's
the other
not
ones sit
flashing.
there and are not
He's
moving,
flicking.
listen to me. When the other ones are sitting there and they're not moving, they all just sit there kind of floating in the water, right? This one is constantly like an emotion of like sinking and then flicking to get back where he was, sinking and flicking to get backwards, sinking and flicking to get back where he was, doing like this constant like sinking, flicking, sinking, like like he can't stay in the water column without constantly swimming. Is what I'm trying to say. Like it doesn't seem right to me. That's what I noticed. Whether that is actually happening or not, I don't know. I was just wondering if anybody else has ever seen stuff like that. That's what I'm asking. Jeez. Jeez. That's all. Yeah. I don't know if Patty could see that fish or not. Maybe we can zoom in on him.
Which fish?
There's one of my celebes that I hatched out in here. He's definitely a deformed fish. Got like one eye that looks bigger than the other. His like head, like his body is like a weird shape. He's like bent, not like entirely bent, but I don't even know where he went, but he wasn't here a second ago. Yeah, he's right there coming across the camera. His head is like a weird shape too. It's like, definitely
My head is a weird shape. Are
I
you
know.
gonna give me to Patty too?
Yes. But yes, he is definitely kind of a weird fish. So, first
So
rainbow we ever
you
bred. Celebes. My Celebes did the rainbows did the same. Okay. Well, that one seems to be the only one in the tank that's doing it. So, sounds like the fish is not right. See, I'm the only one who thinks this. I'll keep an eye on it though. Apparently, everybody seems to think it's all right. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I need to feed my babies.
well, I don't know if that is like a documented scientific term. Flicking.
Flicking?
For
Yeah, I don't know either.
flicking.
I don't know either. All
Maybe
right.
you should Google it. What is wrong with my
Yeah.
fish when it's flicking?
Flicking. Flicking. Well, I've also noticed like the
Not
stuff like that's like a
flashing
sign of
like
like I wouldn't say well flashing is like yeah I mean when they start rubbing on things then you know, right? That's why I think sometimes it might be internal parasites because they don't know what to do about it, right? So they just got to keep moving. Like, something squirming in your belly. Okay,
Harry says rainbows flick.
okay, okay. Say so. Anyway, what are we doing here? I was gonna set up. Man, it's awful zoomed in there.
John Mackenzie says name him Booger.
That's right. He looks like a booger. That's hilarious.
Still haven't seen this deformed fish you're talking about.
Trying to see where he
Is
is.
this your 33?
This is my 33.
Is this
Starting to
your
get a little
33?
black beard.
Yeah.
Starting to get a little black beard. Um,
Well, you remember you were when you were first setting it up, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna try my
I
best
know.
not to get
No,
this done."
we did a
And
vote
then
on
you
it.
were like,
We did a vote.
"Screw it."
No, we did a poll, man. And the people in the poll said, give up, it's hopeless.
So
So,
you gave up,
so I gave up. It was hopeless.
and you proved them right.
Yep.
It was hopeless.
All right. Well, while that's doing its thing, I did manage. Uh, well,
Dean says your Bosmani looks awesome.
thank you. Yeah, he looks pretty good. There's a couple in there. But he's the one that's like definitely the dominant, I guess. There's also Alani in there and Iranian Jayas that I got from Color Guppies. And on the left there, underneath that log, maybe I can turn the camera. Yeah, let's turn the camera on. You might be able to see it. I also have a flashlight. We can probably shine in there.
What? One of my plecos?
No, these are one of the 237s or 397s.
Maria's.
Yeah, Maria's 397s. Yep. I see. I do see them both. I see one in the back. You can see the log where it touches the ground in the back there. There is a fish right in front of it. You can almost see him wiggling. And in the front there, right underneath this little crooks, is another one. So I'm going to shine a light and you'll see him. There's one. See him? And there's the other one back there. Well, he went around the corner when he saw the light, but he's back there. There's a third one in here too, but I never find it. I'm guessing he hides in that other log, and that log is in such a position. There's like places you're never going to see it. So, and I do
That's
feed
what
this
she said.
pretty heavy with the, like I do feed a lot of like bug bites and stuff like that, and then I was feeding brine,
Nano Aquarium guys
kelp.
asking who else is participating in Pack a Bowl.
Right on. I know a few people are. But Packable. Oh yeah, good call there, Nano Aquarium guy. It's It's almost up, right? It's the end of the month. We're getting real
Yeah,
close.
time, time is drawing close
That's
very
it.
quickly.
What do we said the 31st, right? That would be Wednesday. We might as well just take it to the end of the week. So you got till Friday. Turn it in. But let's play the video. Let's do a little video here. Where's the video? There we go. Whoops. Oh yeah. Where are the caves?
Whoa.
Look at that bowl. I can't believe that didn't win, man. I mean, who wouldn't vote for that?
People are out of their mind.
Look at that. Oh, that's why they didn't vote for it. Look at this thing. This thing's epic.
Vote for your bowl of the
Where do you see my bowl this year? Woo! I gave a little sneak peek. Still have time. Like you got basically a week. Well, 5 days. Get them in.
Steph wants to know where's the caves for the L397s.
They don't have caves. They got those little crooks. I don't have any caves yet. I'm working on it. I got to find the right caves. I was going to talk to Danikin Aquatics about some caves. See if he can. Danny has got any for sale. But I heard they're hard to come by now. You know.
Oh, they're a collector's item.
I don't know about that, but it's like she does limited edition runs, so you know.
So they're collector's item.
I wouldn't say collector's item. Just think you got to get them when the getting's good, or you got to wait until the next batch. That's what I think. I wish there was a way to. This camera is weird. Cell phone camera might not be working too well because I can't change the autofocus. So it constantly autofocuses on whatever glass.
Nano aquarium guy says, I will take Friday. I feel like I need another month to fully grow. LOL.
Well, there you go. Anybody's watching, you got till Friday. Everybody else that's not watching, I guess you have to Wednesday. It's the perks of being in the live stream. But you could spread that around. What am I doing here? I'm trying to turn on lights. Turn this on. Turn that on.
Mine is still evolving.
Mine's evolving.
That's all I'm gonna say. Mine is still evolving.
Evolving and revolving. At 100 miles an hour. All right. I was going to change this camera here. I don't know if we've ever seen the Celebes in there. He's been swimming around in the back. He's a little guy. I don't know. I'll try and get some photos of him. Next on the docket, let's talk about feeding these babies. Oh, yeah, and I have some mystery fry, too. I've told you about this. We talked about this mystery fry, but I got some more mystery fry. It might be some cyanodorsalis. No, they can't be. But when I originally put the cyanodorsalis, I took 25 eggs and put them in the freshwater, and I took the rest of them up and stuck it in this brackish tank right here, right? And I have seen some fry, but I don't see them in the breeder box. I see them in the tank. So I don't know if they got through that little grate or they just hatched in the tank somewhere. If they're from, because, there is a colony in the tank. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
I don't see any babies in there. But I do see some eggs with eyeballs in them, so I'm just going to let it go.
Peplin says,
seems like
Danny does an amazing job on those caves.
Yeah, they do look definitely cool.
39.
Really? Damn.
And the list for more, and on the list for more.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Kenny about that. Get me some of them. Yeah, so there's fry in the tank. At least I saw fry yesterday. And I usually feed the fry. This is golden pearls, right? That's like the smallest one they make. And yeah, I just do the paintbrush thing and dust it. And I do it twice a day. Yeah, I see a fry right there at the top. Look at that little guy. What up,
Every
little? There's
time
another one there,
you
too.
say golden pearls, I think you're talking about something else.
Yeah, 'cause you're a dirty old man. But, other than that.
You seem to know
Oh,
exactly what
shit.
I was talking about. Uh-oh.
That's alright.
What
I
happened?
almost knocked that stool over, which would have been bad if it hit the fish tank, but I just knocked everything off the stool. So,
Uh-huh.
it's not as bad.
As long as it didn't have nothing that's breakable on it.
Yeah, exactly. I think part of the problem is I can't get real low with these. I almost need another tripod or something that's like a interchangeable. Well, either way, we'll just do this. Now, the other thing I gotta do is I gotta work on this cherry shrimp colony. I have 2 colonies growing. Well, 3 colonies growing cherry shrimps, and
Uh-huh.
they're starting to degrade. Well, the one colony was from Maria Z, so that one's been on its own. I haven't mixed with anything with that one.
Yeah.
The other one is the one that I split off from my original colony, but there's definitely a lot of non-desirables in there in both colonies. Probably all 3. I should gotta cull one of these days.
You kill people and you're culling.
Yeah, but I don't like to kill them. I'm just moving them. I usually put them in my sumps.
I know, but still, it's
All right, there's a Celebes fry that's grown in here. He's probably juvenile size now. Maybe these Celebes take forever to grow up. But also in here, I noticed there is definitely a little fry, and there's the same fry that is in this tank, this little container. So I should probably just free him. I should move the Celeb out. I don't think there's anything here, but I did put some eggs. Same thing with here, and there. Just like to dust a little. Usually I do this one a little bit more because this is pretty much the main food of the shrimp too. I don't really feed that tank other than golden pearls.
good morning, Mexicali, George.
Good morning.
Window Liquor is saying I'm having a cyanobacteria problem with my 75 gallons kicking my ass. I keep trying to clean it, but it just comes back harder
What kind
and
of
brutal.
what kind of light you using? Because I noticed that I had a similar problem with my 55. Hang on, I'm also I like to put a little bit of this fry food in my quarantine tanks too, because I don't know, they eat it. Did I just dust the lid? I did like an idiot. What is wrong with me? And I got Gertrude's growing in there. Speaking of this, I got to figure out my outdoor tub that I have set up. I have shrimp in there right now, blue dreams, and I did see some this morning. Looking in there, but
Window Liquor says it's the coop light.
yeah, maybe try turning it down. Here, let me show you. Like, I actually need to clean this tank. Let's go this way because I'm gonna wrap myself around a pole if I don't. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, over here.
Kenny's here. Good morning,
Hey,
Kenny.
Kenny. Speaking of Kenny, what's going on? We're just talking about you and your pleco caves. All right. This is some yarn. We're going to talk about this too because I'm mops. Got fish mops. I got this yarn, fish mops. But if you look at this is cyanobacteria.
Is that the sheep eyelash yarn?
Yes, it's the eyelash yarn. So,
Or eyelashes from the sheep? So now they can't keep dust out of their eyes.
that's right.
Poor guys.
That's right. Poor little sheep. Whoa, it's hard being a sheep. Watch out, guys. You're going to get smushed. All right. I'm just going to clean this. But I noticed that like
Guy's
changing the light
been
settings helps a lot with the cyanobacteria.
Jesus Christ. Look at that solid wall.
Blackbeard, look at that. I'm jealous. Everybody's jealous of
That's
that.
a Blackbeard background.
It's like, yeah, exactly.
You should
Whoa.
start that business. Come in and set up a Blackbeard backgrounds for people in the fish
Backdrops.
tank.
Blackbeard.
Backdrops. Blackbeard backdrops.
You know, things happen. What is the temp in here? 77.8 degrees. But I noticed changing the light settings. I used to get it on the gravel a lot. And I did play with the light. This is one of those Fluval planted tank lights. So it's, you know, you have a whole lot more settings you can mess with. But look at this Blackbeard. It's like,
Yeah, well, you don't have nearly a, a an eighth enough plants in there.
I know. That's part of the problem. And I need to add more. And I'm not actually sure.
Not even an eighth, not even a 16th enough plants in that tank.
I agree with you on this.
So
However,
like
this
that
tank has a lot of
algae.
cichlids.
Yeah.
So that might be,
Well,
well, we can try. We can put some crypts in here. See how they go.
embrace the Blackbeard, man.
Yeah. Or you just got to stay up on water
Just
changes, right?
embrace the Blackbeard. That's all you do.
All
The
I do.
Blackbeard is sucking nutrients from the water as we speak.
That's right. I guess I could put like floaters in here, like duckweed. Oh no, because the where is he? Best of them will eat the duckweed. Here, I'll jar up some blackbeard for you. I'm gonna send this to you.
What you do is use will they eat the bigger stuff like redroot floaters and stuff?
I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know. I do have some redwood floaters growing in my tub that I got from that swap. They've been actually
They
doing pretty
don't
good.
seem to do well in the tank for you.
I never really had them
I
do
know
well
I
in a
never
tank.
got redroot floaters to do well in tanks for
Yeah,
me.
and I'm actually some of my tanks I'm struggling to get this frogbit to do. Just keeps dying.
I'll tell you what is doing good for me. You know that
Maybe
that big leaf
salvinia or duckweed.
no that big leaf duckweed I
Yeah,
got,
the giant
the
duckweed or
giant
yeah.
duckweed.
Here, I'm gonna take some of this frogbit
That
and stick
thing
it in
is
here.
growing literally like duckweed. I mean, it's almost covered the bowl, and I have to keep taking it out and putting it into my other duckweed tank. But it's like it's easier to manage because it's bigger leaves, you know. So
Yes,
it's easier to grab them all out.
I know what you're saying. I hear you. I'm listening to your words. Yes, no, I agree though.
Okay.
You're like, all
It
right,
starts off just like small duckweed, and then the leaves get
bigger. I guess it's
bigger.
the giants, whatever they call it, giant duckweed, right? But is
Yeah.
that really a duckweed? I guess it is
Remember we
duckweed.
saw it at a swap,
I do remember seeing
and
it.
I was calling it giant herpes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you would know.
So yeah, but I like it though. It's very green,
It's cool. Maybe I'll have to get some for
and
me.
it has longer roots than duckweed as well,
Yeah.
than normal duckweed.
All right. Well, we're gonna suck up what we can here, and maybe I should try and grab some. What do you call them? Crips from some of the other tanks.
Okay. Um.
Sound like a plan? Sound like a plan to me.
Ian asked a question: is that the same siphon you used in the QT tank?
Yes. It
with the
is.
Celebes.
Yes,
Really?
it is.
Wow.
Ugh.
Talk about cross contamination.
Try it out for a minute. Yeah, I guess.
You know, you rant and rave about
Maybe I should get another one.
flicking
Flicking. I
and
just
then
said I noticed these.
adding this and all kinds of stuff, and now you put it straight into that tank.
I did.
Wow.
I think the odds of that being contaminated are like slim to none.
Okay,
Considering
yeah.
it sat out of the tank, and I've only ever been pumped water out of it. It's not like I'm pumping water through it. So it would have to be what was on the outside of the plastic, right? Whoops. So I think the odds of it are slim.
That's what I said, Ian. Damn.
Damn. All right. Set up a tank or a camera. Let me move.
Um, is that the ring I gave you?
Yes. You see it there? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to.
Pretty cool
I'm
setup.
thinking about using that instead of. I don't know. Some of the containers. I
You
don't know.
mean for but is the mesh small enough to contain those
Yeah, I think it is. It's a very fine mesh,
I
man. It is really small. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned. It's a little dusty, but
wonder if those things really come all the way from Germany, you think?
I would
Or they're
assume.
being produced over here?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because I think it's a German company that makes them.
Yeah, but whether they're
But
making
I
them.
don't know if they have a facility in America that's
Right.
actually manufacturing them for the German company. I don't know.
It's a good question. What it was the Swiss whatever, right? I think it is Swiss Tropic. No, I
Yeah.
can't remember. It's something Swiss. I
Let
think.
me see if I can find it real quick on my
All right.
phone.
This tank's a little bit of a mess,
I
but
have
this
it
is where I usually
saved.
get all my crypts from. So I'll start stealing plants while that's draining. And we'll go from there.
It's called Swiss Tropicals.
There you go. Oh. Yeah, they had those at the Triple Crown, and I was gonna buy one, and they're like, "Oh, I'll get it later." And when I came around later, they're like, "Yeah, they were all gone."
Maybe you should show people what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I will.
you're busy.
I will. Let me finish pulling these out. I'm gonna have to do a water change on this. It's a couple crypts right
What are
there.
those crypts?
Yeah, these are crypts.
Are you gonna plant them into that other tank?
Yup. Try and get some of the guppy grass out
But
of there.
won't those
Cichlids eat them?
yeah.
I don't know. They don't seem to mess with the crypts in the other tank.
All right.
Guess we'll find out. We'll just try it with two, I guess. Go from there. Well, there's three here actually. One little one, two big ones. Look at them
I have
roots.
eradicated crypts from my planted tank completely
Look at them roots.
because the crypts just like
Oh.
was like taking over the whole tank
Yeah,
at
they
one
can.
point.
But I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I think crypts are a great plant, especially in my conditions. They're kind of one of the few plants that actually do well.
Right, right. Yeah. But I was trying to, get other plants
All right, now we're back in this
grow
camera.
too,
We can talk about.
and the crypts just like took over half of the tank.
This is what we were talking about. This is the Swiss tropical. It's like a breeder ring, is what they call it. A floating breeder ring.
Yeah,
You hook
floating
an
breeder ring. And
you
it
hook
has
an air line up to here, and it bubbles up, and it creates like a flow into the tank, and there's a little bit of an overflow here in case if it ever gets clogged. And then
yep,
the
yep.
water, just the
It's a
water gravity pressure will push it out the bottom here, and this is like a fine mesh, right? So that the babies can't get out, and this is a clear plastic, and there's like a little sponge on here to filter. So you just set it in the
yeah.
tank or whatever, and it floats around. Bloop, bloop. It's nice, actually. I like it. I was thinking about using it, but the thing I don't like is why do they make it round? Aren't like tanks square? Okay. Maybe it's me.
I don't know.
Maybe it's me.
I have no answer to that question
Look at these little
because
geos,
I've
man.
seen
I love
square
these guys.
float. I've seen square breeder boxes, so I don't know why they made that wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them square too, but yeah. I got these guys fry. I've had them, it'll be a year in July.
See, my problem with those kind of things is when you let your fry hatch in those and you try to feed the fry baby brine shrimp in that, the baby brine shrimp just goes right through the sieve at
Oh,
the bottom.
they can fit through that on that bottom part? Really?
Well, I don't know for that one. I've
I was
never
gonna
tried
say
it with
this
that
one's real
one,
fine, man. I
but
don't
I
think they'll fit
have
through that.
breeder boxes like the the ones that you suction cup on the inside, the
Yeah,
square one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That mesh, the baby brine shrimp can just freely swim right through it.
All right, where are we gonna put this one? All these roots coming out of this thing. Holy cow!
Vinay, what's up? Good morning, Vinay.
What's going on, color guppies? All right. Whoops.
Hashtag why is it round?
why? Why is it round?
And Eduardo, good
Good
morning.
morning, Eduardo. In case anyone missed it, Pack of Bowls coming to an end this week. I extended it to Friday just to give everybody an extra couple days. What is it? 2 days, I think. So
And
get your entries in by Friday,
Didi,
people.
Didi gotta lurk and work.
All right, Dee Dee, thanks for being here. Oh, I can't get my arm out. There we go. All right, that's two. Wah, ah, ah. We got one more. I think this will look better
Patty
over there.
says, okay, so you need to put a lot more than three mini plants in there.
Yeah, I agree. But we're going to start with three. I don't want to drain the other tank out of nothing. I did put some frog bit, or yeah, frog bit. Put one piece in here, see how it does. It's right here. Part of the problem is like all this dust. Like,
Patty says, I already have a bowl going, so I'm not taking it apart to redo it.
okay, Patty. You do that. Get some of this mold up. Sitting here. Mole me, mole me, mole me. That's insanity. The other
Talking
thing,
of
look at that.
Mome,
That's like, whoa.
it reminded me of uh that dude
What dude?
the he's always at the swaps and he has his own YouTube channel, Mike.
Oh, Michael Sterner, whatever. Michael's Fishroom.
Yeah, I think he's in the hospital.
Oh,
I
really?
seen him post on Facebook a picture of himself in the hospital. I think he has
Oh,
kidney stones or something.
oof. That doesn't sound fun. Let's get some of this mulm out of here in the back here. Holy cow, man. Actually, I think I got to clear out the python. I think it's clogged. Oh, might as well rinse this too. I guess we're doing a big water change on this one. Yeah, this is all jacked up.
And Water says I actually bought 4 bowls and haven't been able to pack them properly. It's all Didi's fault. Daniel Velez, good morning.
Sorry, I had that muted because you really need to be hearing me. My head in the fish or the sink. You could have been singing that whole time, but you didn't. Now let's get this mulm out of this corner.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be good on this water change. Pretty big water change. Doing a 50%er here.
Patty says there's a club cookout during the weekend. Master Aquatics just called me Eduardo from the York people. Because I guess
I know his
Eduardo
sister lives
says,
up there.
oh, Vinny, I'll be heading to York, PA in July before going to Madison, Wisconsin.
Nice.
July the 3rd to the 7th, I'm hoping.
That's cool. I don't know. Maybe if we can meet up at that fish place or something like that. Make a pilgrimage out there. Wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll talk.
See our buddy.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see our buddy Eduardo.
Because that's probably not too far away from York, and it's kind of like halfway, but whatever. At least York is a haul for me. It's like almost 3 hours. Not that I wouldn't drive it, but I don't know. There's not much going on in York from what I remember. All this algae, man. Jeez. All right. Let's clean this out of here. Sink is getting clogged.
Patty's saying, I just want to wipe the back of that tank so bad right now. Patty, wiping it
It's majestic.
alone just won't cut it. You got to take a razor blade to that.
Well, we're going to save it for now. I guess I got to put this back together. Put this back in the tank.
Well, if you take a razor blade to the whole back of that tank, you would literally have to empty the water right down because there will always be some of it still in the water column.
Yeah, I know.
You will never get it.
Never. You have to kill it from the. You got to kill it. You got to starve it. Look at these guys just eating the mold.
You have to burn the whole tank.
Is this already? I was gonna say, does this get deep? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. I'm hallucinating here. I might have to do like keep extra water changes in here. Do I have any more plants put in here? I don't really have anything else I can steal from anywhere. I don't think. I have some of that bulbitis. I don't know how that's gonna do though.
Has the swords done anything for you or no?
The melon ones, they seem to be doing okay. I don't know how good they're doing. Let's take a look at them. They look like they're growing.
Because I got more still coming up.
Yeah.
Every time I cut 2 of those spikes off with baby swords on it, it sends out 2 more.
Nice. Let's see if this lives.
So I got 2 more that with baby swords are gonna be coming out on them pretty soon. So.
Well, I'll plant that, see what happens. If it survives, it survives. But yeah, well here, let's well, I gotta change the camera anyway. So maybe, well here, let's just move the camera. There's
my suggestion is put guppy grass in that.
It's not a bad idea too.
Guppy grass.
I might put some, you know what? Salvinia might not be a bad idea either. I have Salvinia, I can use that. But here's that melon sword. There's one there, and there's one there. I think those are the 2 you gave me originally, and then you gave me some. Right. You gave me some later too, and I put them in here.
They're not like extremely fast growers.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it.
When they establish themselves, they can get pretty big.
There was like a leaf or 2 that died off of that one. I think these are the 2 you gave me most recently, right? You gave me more than 2. What else did I don't remember. I put them in here.
Well, I see 2 in there.
In here? Oh, what, in that other tank? Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 in there. Or if I
I'm
put,
looking at my TV, so
yeah,
it's
no,
like,
no, those. I think that might be one in the corner here. I can't see it from where I'm standing. Yeah, that's a melon sword right here. So I think there might be two in here. No, maybe not. I don't know. At least one. There's one. Maybe it's down below. Actually, that's the only thing I can turn a light on. Yeah, there's one down there. So yeah, I got a couple of them down. Y'all seem to be doing all right. And this is the one you gave me all the
yeah,
Rotala, whatever the heck, Luigia. I don't even know what it is.
yeah,
This
the
plant
stem plant.
is doing bad. This is one of the plants that like I need to take out. It's covered in blackbeard, right? It's not really doing well. It is
Poor
rooted.
guy.
It is rooted in here. Look at these roots. Holy schmolies.
Was that a crypt?
No, it's
A
a
crypt?
type of crypt. Yeah, it is. But it's I don't know, man. I had a problem with the blackbeard getting all over it, and then just started dying back. So I don't think it's getting enough light or whatever. But what I did,
Spray it with some peroxide.
what I did is I stick it in my shrimp tank, my fry tank, and they've been doing it, and kind of been snapping back. So I'm just gonna do that. Here, let's see. Can we turn this? Yeah, we can turn this camera. Boom. Go that way. What?
Spray it with some peroxide.
Too late. All right. I put it. Whoops. Wrong camera. I put it in there with the other ones, and then the shrimp kind of like just peck it off, and a lot of the blackbeard doesn't survive in this tank. It kind of goes away. And I don't know if it's because A, there's a lot of shrimp in this tank. B, they do an excellent job of cleaning. And plus, it's got one of those pendant lights on it. If you can see that, that might be too bright. Kind of like the one you just got.
Yeah,
And that
I
light
know
does a
it
little
is.
bit different. I don't know. So knock on wood, blackbeard doesn't really, you know. I mean, some of the plants, like, I still have blackbeard on them, but they're definitely clearing up, getting better, and there's new growth coming out. So that makes me positive or happy that these plants are going to survive. Plus, you should see this one. Holy cow. Let's go here for a sec. Let me get this out of the way. This plant was just roots. I had this in with my bala sharks, and they pecked it down to just the rhizome. Anytime a leaf would grow, they would eat it. So I took it out there. I'm like, this thing's going to die. So I just threw it on a rock. Well, I threw it in there and started growing leaves. And at some point, I just tied it to a rock. You know what? This would be a good thing to put in that other tank. It's an Anubias.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You never gave up on it, did you?
Never gave up on it. I'm just spilling water everywhere now because the lid just fell in the tank. This is tied to a dragonstone. Oops. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, look at this. This thing snapped back pretty freaking well. This is some moss.
You're not
What are the
properly in
roots on this
camera
thing?
frame.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
seem like
I'm sorry. I got bumped. This. When I put it in the tank, it
yeah.
was pretty much these roots were covered in blackbeard algae, and it was this rhizome that was just kind of like clinging there. And it's grown all this from that.
Looks like it has some healthy leaves on it.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the cichlid tank. See what happens.
See if you could get blackberry algae to grow back on it again.
Perpetual cycle. Endless cycle, buddy. I'm going to bury these roots.
There's the roots.
Not the rhizome, the roots.
Yeah, just the roots.
What's the difference? Something snapped. I think I broke that root.
Yep, you broke a rut.
Broke a rut. All right. Cool. I'll let that go. See how it does.
Robert Jackson, good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. All right. Cool. Let's see. I guess I got to fill it up. So yeah.
Those blue dreams are really dark.
Yeah. Here's one of this is the one
On
that
camera, they just look black.
This is a Gertrude. And I have two other little Gertrude fry in that other tank, and they're two females. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe I take that male and those two females and I put them in my tub. See what happens.
Summer tubbing.
It's getting to be that. I was looking this next week, man. Lows are in the 60s, so, and I have a heater in there that it doesn't go below 70. As long as the heater works, I guess.
Thought it would last.
Mm-hmm.
You got me started.
I know. Okay, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
I gotta fill up that other tank. What time is it?
It is 10:17.
Okay, we got a little bit of time. We got plenty of time. Got a little bit of time. It's only 10:17. It's early. Yeah. And it's Memorial Day weekend, so hopefully everybody's enjoying their nice weekend off. And yeah, and don't forget the reason for the season, man. That's it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, supposed to remember those, or yeah, those fallen. I believe. All right, what am I doing here?
Usually people say that at Christmas time, but yeah, okay.
Well, there's more holidays than just Christmas. Didn't you know that?
Eric Ryrock, good morning,
What's
sir?
going on, man? Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yep. What we got here? Okay, we're good. Apparently I'm live. I got a notification.
Victor wants to know how is Shanna.
Shanna's good. She dropped in the Discord last night. Saw her Friday. Well, talked to her Friday briefly. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, for a little while.
Yeah. That was when Shanna was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on break.
She was working, yeah. She's working a lot, man. That's pretty much her thing. She's got a lot going on. Okay, so what am I doing now? We're still looking at that. Yes. 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 Okay. Why is this open? I guess I didn't even know. Oh, it's because I pulled that plant out. Derp. All right, we're filling this up. Let's switch to camera. Shroom, Jesus.
Stephen P's here. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Stephen. All right, so we got a little more plants in there. We'll see, see how they do with the cichlids. I don't want to, throw a lot of plants in there and just have them get murdered, so. Oh. You know what that is?
Water hitting the ground. I don't know.
It's my inkbird telling me that it is below my set temp.
Right.
74, 73, or I'm 74.3, 74.1. It's dropping quick.
Alarm. Mine does it too when I'm doing water changes.
Yeah. I always try to I don't know, that manual mixing valve, it's definitely it's a flawed thing, but it keeps it at a certain level, let's put it that way, but the level changes every single time you use it. You know what I mean? Like one day it's like 68, the other day it's 73. And if you mess with it, then it just goes all over the place.
If you say so.
I say so. This is also one of the reasons why I got to be careful doing too many water changes in this room because I found out the hard way that if all the heaters are kicked on, the power will kick off.
Hmm. If you mean if they all kick on at the same time?
Yeah, if I'm doing cold water changes on all the tanks, all the heaters are going to turn on, and then the room turns off because the circuit can't handle the load.
Yeah.
So
you should have your own circuit breaker for that fish room.
I do. What I should have done is should have had 2 breakers. I should have split the room in half.
All right. Well, I meant to say your own breaker box and everything.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, so you could right. Well, the breaker box is really not that far away, so.
Yeah.
Well, I actually might do that. Whoa. Just fell. Because it would not be that hard to run at least
Probably
1 or 2 outlets.
Close to my limit, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about supplementing it because I am going to run another circuit for the garage at some point, and it would not be that hard to run an outlet or 2 over this way either. So.
Yeah.
Maybe I can. Hey, there's your Pleco. 333.
Alrighty.
See him? Hang on, let me get the camera. Let's get in close.
Obviously, I can't. I don't have bionic eyes.
You don't have bionic eyes, man. Bionic eyes. Can you see him?
Hey, look who's here. Amazon Research Center.
Hey, what's
Dr.
up, Doc?
Anthony.
What's going on? Can you see the Pleco? I can't see what you're seeing. Are we even looking at this camera? What are we looking at?
Yeah, I see him. I see his
stripes. He's down here.
Dorsal and his back fin.
That better?
Yeah, but it's I see him.
Chilling. There's my I believe this is it's like a Hillstream loach, but it's a Chinese Hillstream loach, I think, or I think this is Chinese. It's got like a leopard print thing.
He's very well camouflaged in amongst the black bear.
I know, and he's got like this dorsal fin. When he puts it up, you can almost see like there's a red tint on the end of his fins. Pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. And what else? Oh yeah, there's a rainbow goby. He blends in pretty well too.
Stuff living in that black beard.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff living in there. The good stuff. Alright. Let's put you back.
Probably stuff living in my beard.
That's true. Whoa! Okay. Well, we did the water change on this. Let's see what the Geos think about.
I was listening to Tina Turner, simply the best right now.
Simply the best.
Love her dearly. She is missed in my life.
Yeah. This happens when you get old. Alright, here's the Salvinia. And apparently a ton of snails.
Sure as we are born, we will die.
Look at all these snails.
In the is that your
worms?
Black worm colony?
Yes. Here, I'm gonna take some of the Salvinia. Stuff grows pretty well. I'm gonna put it in the cichlid tank. See how it does in there. Let's see what happens. Probably that's good enough. But I do need to not knock that over. I need to feed the worms. So I feed them algae wafers with a bag chewed with a million holes by Monty. Apparently he wanted the wafers. And then when he got them, he didn't like them. Shocker. Gonna make sure they sink. There's a lot of black worms in here, man. I actually got to feed this tank out of this tank a little bit more often. I'll do that later today. The other thing I have is these brindle worms, and some of these colonies have been struggling, so I've been kind of, like this one's kind of bouncing back a little. I'll put some more food in there just to make sure. I really need to clean the substrate, or like change the substrate in this stuff. I should probably at least get that set up. Can you guys see what I'm doing? No. How about now? Worms. Starting to spring back. Let's make sure there's plenty of food for them. Yeah, this one's springing back too. As long as I see worms wiggling in there, it's still alright. This one looks ugly. This one is not doing well. Put some food in there, we'll see what happens. Leave it alone. Okay. Put those back. This is my vinegar eel colony. Probably use a little water in there. Top that off. I think Kirk is asleep again. Guessing he is asleep. He said he fell off. I'll have to check. He got awful quiet. Alright, whatever. Just make sure the vinegar eel's got some, they're not getting too low in the water. I should probably feed them a little more, but I haven't. All the fry. Maybe that's what happened. I fed too much of that. And the only other thing I gotta do is make baby brine. And figure out what happened to Kirk. Maybe I'm not here. Alright, hang on folks. Making brine. I need to get some more brine. Getting low. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's already salt in the water because when I set the water up, I put the salt in it. And then they heat it up while there's a heater in there, and then like the next day, I usually make the brine. So I forgot to make it yesterday. Okay, let's go over here. Let's take a look backstage, see what's going on. Yeah, Kirk's gone. Guess it's just me here, man. He has to add me back. You gotta come back. You have to come back, dude. I can't add nobody. You're not there. Poor fishy man. I don't see you backstage, Kirk, so you might have to close that down and come back. In the meantime, what's the other camera looking like? Just looking at the shrimp tank. Well, someday he'll let me know. Maybe I can pull you up on my phone so I can be over here. Depths unknown, 43 watching. Right on. If you guys want to hit that like, that'd be great. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Nice backstage now. Hold on. Whoops. Who did you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta add you. I got it. Well, they can't hear you yet because you didn't add your audio back yet, but I think they can hear you now. There you go.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back, people.
Kirk needs an upgrade, damn it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Probably doesn't need an upgrade. I think it's just, what is it? It's the 10% rule. You got to be 10% smarter than what you're working with, or it's just not going to work.
And you know what I have to say to you to that?
Hmm.
My speech.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me get this out of the way. Apparently, I got to do something about this film thing because the PVC connection, that valve is leaking. So I got water all over the floor from just sitting right there.
Okay.
It's horrible. Unacceptable.
Horrible.
Unacceptable. Yeah, it looks better with the plants. Let's try
So
something.
those black worms are doing okay with that, the whole tank covered in salvinia?
Yeah, as long as I keep feeding it. The salvinia, they don't really care about it. I mean, that salvinia is getting a little thick. I probably need to thin it out. And
It really likes that tank. Well, but I guess it's good because it sucks out the extra nutrients from that tank.
Exactly. That's exactly why I put it in there. Because I thought about doing duckweed, but then I'm like, dude, then I got to deal with duckweed every time I try to feed out of that tank.
Yeah.
The salvinia is easy enough to get around. Duckweed is a little bit
Right.
harder.
Yes, we agree.
But yeah, so yeah, I did that, and then I haven't fed out of that tank in a little bit. I usually do it like once a week, maybe twice a week.
Patty wants to. I was gone for like a minute, and Patty wants to take my spot already.
Oh, yeah. Patty,
He's
we'll
like, he's
talk.
stepping in for Kirk.
We'll talk. All right, what else I got here? I got this eyelash
Yeah,
yarn we were talking about,
I
right?
see how it is, Patty. Poor sheep lost their
Yeah.
eyelashes
I
for
got
you to make your damn
mops.
mops.
Yep. Those plastic sheep. I got 3 different colors. I got like these browns, and then this green. This is like the only green they have is like this weird chartreuse looking thing.
I didn't know sheep had green eyelashes.
Dude, you should play Minecraft a little more often. You'd be surprised what the sheep look like. They're the plastic
What,
sheep.
sheep have green eyelashes on
You can
Minecraft?
have green sheep in Minecraft.
All
You
right.
can dye the sheep any color you want.
Hmm.
And then they make that wool all the time. But this is what the eyelash yarn is like. It looks like it's got like these little,
Nobody asked you, 3G.
almost looks like feathers. Like you know. Thought this might be good for a mop. I don't know. Try it. So, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Just gonna use this book. I don't know where anything else is.
It's very eyelashy.
I screwed up already. Hang on. I forgot to undo this.
Yeah.
I need to cut a piece of this yarn first. Let's put it in here.
All right. I see where you're going with that.
Whoops. And then we do this. I can keep that stupid yarn from falling off. There we go.
3G says I use that stuff to make crappie jigs.
Oh yeah?
Crappie. Crappie.
Crappie. Crappie.
Crappie.
Crappie is a fish. Right?
I know. That's
Do
what
you
he
know
meant.
that? Hold on, I need to.
I know that.
My knees cannot stand crouching like that for very long.
You just disconnected something because it went.
It was probably that camera. I've been having a problem with that. It's my old camera. I think the cable's fraying or whatever. The USB. Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this in there like that. Okay. So I have it in the book here. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it like that, and then just gonna start wrapping. 1, 2. Ugh. Ugh. What have I done? We're already tangled.
Barbara Jackson says that word needs a W in it.
What word? Wrapper.
Crappy.
Crappie. What is going on here? I'm tangled on something. What is it?
Good morning, Whip.
What's going on, Whip? I'm trying to untangle myself here. I'm not entirely sure how I got this tangled, but I did.
Yeah,
First thing in the morning.
I know.
You guys can't see what I'm doing.
No. But do we really want to?
I don't. That's a good question. Do you need to? Do you care?
It's so exciting to watch you untangle eyelash yarn.
And use right-handed scissors with my left hand.
Mm.
There we go.
You Geminis.
We're all
Seems like
like,
there's a lot of Geminis that are left-handed.
because it's cool like
That's
that.
because y'all are different.
Yeah. All right, I got it. We're good. Back on track. 4, 5, 6. The floor is all wet. Is it still doing that?
Yeah, every so often.
Really? Let me
No,
make sure.
it only did it twice actually. The second time it did it.
Better?
I mean, I can still see you and you're moving.
Good.
What happened to the piece of wood you had?
I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, we're starting to
Wow.
tangle up again. What are we doing here? Why does this end keep
You
trying to
need
come up?
somebody to stand there
I know, and hold the stupid thing.
holding it, around their two hands. You know? Have their two hands held out about a foot apart with the yarn on it.
Yeah, the problem is there's like whatever the inside part, they have like this tail of it sticking out. So it's getting caught on everything.
Ah.
Maybe I
I
should have
see.
grabbed it from there.
I don't know.
Mm. Alright, well, whatever. We're just going to work with this until we're done. Whoops.
And then throw the rest in the garbage.
No. Then we'll try it the other way, I guess, with the other string. I'm not a yarn person, so I don't know how you're supposed to use yarn. Big ball. Alright, this is probably enough. Think? Nah. Let's go a little more. Let's make it thick.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I make a mess. Where are those scissors? They're there. Let's cut that again. All right. I think we got it. It's probably good. Seems pretty good. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take this.
Way more than 10.
Take that.
Oh, now I was watching the piece. You're still rapping.
Whoops. Tied off.
And what, you gonna cut it before you take it off the book?
Yeah, but I wanted to get closer to the edge. I think I can cut it before I get it off the book. Should be able to.
Because, yeah, you take it off the book and you stand a chance of it just being one big ball of tangle.
Problem is I'm stuck on this stupid... This might have been the best book to do this on. It's got like one of those tail things.
Oh, a tail thing. Is it a
Yeah.
fish?
No, I'm cutting through it though, so whatever. I guess it won't be
Is
on
it
here
a
anymore.
fish book?
No, it's a thing to keep the door, like this little black rubber band thing that goes around the book to keep it shut. Except I just cut it, so I'm just cutting it.
Jen Yu, good morning.
What's up, Jen? What's going on? Let's cut this thing off. There we go. What's going on,
First
Jen?
to begin, I think you need a sharp scissors.
Yeah, that would probably help. We got it. We did it. We made it.
My goodness.
It's been done. Complete. Whoops.
I don't think that yarn is very...
User friendly? No, didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie this up again. Yeah, it's a very very interesting yarn. That's for sure. Tight. Okay. Look at that. Messy. Messy, man. Got a bunch of eyelashes all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm going to sweep
Poor
this
sheep.
floor. Poor sheep. Don't worry, there's yarn everywhere here, guys. Fix this later. And the floor's all wet, so that ain't gonna help.
Poor
All right.
sheep walking around with no eyelashes.
I'm gonna rinse this off in the sink. Some hot water, and I'll put a bobber on here. And we'll throw this in a tank.
Is it shedding?
No, I think it's just shedding from where I cut it. So there's still like the loose ends on the bottom here. So let me rinse this. Because I'm sure I cut through a whole bunch of eyelashes when I was doing that, you know? You know?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I think it would lend itself more to than normal yarn because it has all those little eyelashes on it. More places for eggs to stick on. You know what I mean? Hello?
I know what you mean. I was trying to keep it muted there because it was loud. I have bobbers right here.
I was about to call you, what's that? That when you know, hello, what's his name?
If I can guess this off the top of my head, will you be impressed?
No.
Okay. I was going to say Lucas Bretz.
No.
I don't
That
know.
is not what I was.
Who are you talking about? Here's my eyelash yarn. It's rinsed.
Bueller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wrong. Okay. So we throw this.
Then you were wrong because you're not in my head.
Not there. It wasn't.
For a second that you are.
I'll put this one in. Let's see. I got this Luminatus tank. I should probably see if I start getting more fry from them.
Isn't Dr. Anthony in
He might be. Peru? Yeah, he might be.
Peru? He's looking at us while in Peru.
Sweet. Yeah, these Luminatus are I should definitely throw one in there. But this might be too big. Yeah, this is like a mop that's going to go all the way to the ground.
We have viewers from all around the world.
That's right. I'm going to put this in the Celebes Rainbow tank. And we'll see what happens.
Later, Daniel.
We'll see how this works. See if they'll like it. See you, Daniel. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. All right. We'll leave that in there. See if they like it. It looks weird. Looks crazy. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Mmm.
Got to go barbecue, not cooperating this morning. Roast pork is cooking too fast. Gotta keep an eye on it. Thanks for the stream, Jason and Kirk. Have a great Memorial Day, everyone.
Thanks, man.
Stay
You
well.
too. Thanks for being here. All right, so that's what it looks like in the tank. Interesting. There's still a little string floating around there.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
I think it probably lend itself to be a better mop than just plain yarn.
Okay, well we're gonna try
Just
and make a little one. Okay.
And take it for what it's worth, you know.
Yeah.
My opinion is just my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
May not mean anything to anybody else.
Nope. That's all that matters is it means something to you, dude. All right, so I don't even know how to find the beginning of these yarns.
So you're gonna make one, a shorter one, is what you're going for.
Yeah, I want to make a shorter one for that 20 long, because the other ones are too big. I don't know.
You got matching books.
I do have matching books. They all have something different in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what I do here is the scissors. Cut. You know, we should try something different every time to see if we can get a better
result.
Better result. You know, I don't have to cut through that.
Because you know the what's that? How you call it?
Let's put this on the inside.
The thing of
there we go.
madness. The what do they call it?
Go on. The thing of madness.
I'm looking for that word. You know, the meaning of madness is when you do the same thing.
Oh, insanity.
And yes, and expect a different outcome.
Yes, perhaps. I think insanity would be if you try to do the same thing over and over and over again, and you get a different outcome every time. Now that would be insanity. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to try this. Let's try this. Let's be smart, man. Maybe we stick the scissor in first. Yeah, look at that.
Or maybe you should just have a sharp knife.
Should, but I don't have one of them. I'm not a cool guy like you.
You don't have spidacles.
Nope. And I didn't get one for my birthday either.
And you can't sharpen them yourself.
I can't? Because I'm not qualified? I do have sharpening.
Because you don't have a good sharpening system.
I have like one of those electric ones for like to sharpen scissors and shit. Yeah, I know, but you know, it's better than probably being dull scissors. But then again, you know, how much do you need?
Scissors are dull anyhow, so.
It's true. It wasn't so much they were dull as I couldn't get underneath it because it was so tight. I had it wound too tight. So that's why I figured if I put it in there first, it might help. So we'll see. Trying something new. Oh, and I just realized I'm a total idiot. I'm a total idiot. This is in the wrong way. Or is it? I'm not going to be able to tie it like this.
Huh? What?
I'm not going to be able to tie this like that because I put this in backwards. I should have put this the other way. So let me see if I can get this under before I cut anything.
Yeah, you put where you're going to tie it, where you got to cut it.
Where I'm going to cut it, yeah. I realized that as soon as after I did it. Okay.
Well, you know.
Sometimes, you know, you learn from your mistakes.
You know what?
There, we fixed it.
You're not
we
too
fixed
swift,
it, okay?
And we all know this. So, you know, we're not disappointed.
We fixed it.
You know,
It's been fixed. All right.
we're not disappointed.
I'm glad I
We're not
didn't
too
disappoint.
swift.
I'm glad I didn't disappoint. All right, let's get that up. Let's get that over there.
No one here is disappointed.
No one's surprised. Okay.
Hashtag tool.
I think this one's getting pretty good here. Let me do a couple more. I'm gonna leave it at that. How about that?
You're not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah. I'm also not a club. I'm like that the hedge trimmers. That's a little or the branch lobber, and sometimes the branch is just too thick.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
That worked better though.
Oh, yeah.
That did. I mean, it looked like I noticeably cut easy through that easier. Oops, this one.
Mhm.
Yeah, hater.
You're evolving.
Hater's gonna hate, man. All right. Whoops. I don't think I actually tied that.
Elaine is here. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, there's my mini mop. I gotta rinse this one too because it's got little stringies.
Elaine wants to know: Are you gonna be able to find white eggs on that color yarn?
Oh, I guess I should have thought of that.
He has a good point.
You do have a good point. I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. All right, let me rinse this. You guys can look at some fish. I'm gonna stick this in
And
the
the
twine
other
along.
color you use is even worse. The first color you used. It's almost the exact same color as an egg. He's not too swift. He's not too swift, this one. The force is not too strong with him.
What can you do? You know, sometimes. Yeah, this brown one would probably be a little bit easier to see, right? The white one, yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll find out. I'll keep you posted. Huh?
Window Licker says, I tell people that I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm the most deadly. I'm the most dangerous.
There you go.
Well, sometimes a dull knife is the most dangerous knife.
That's it. All right, put the brown one in. Whoops. You guys need to be up a little higher.
Because you're trying so hard to cut something that you end up cutting yourself.
All right, let's see how that works. In the meantime,
In the meantime,
meanwhile,
back
at the
at
Hall of Justice.
the Hall of Justice.
Hey, did that? Oh, my little floating rock. The suction cup came free, so he's now floating at the top.
He's now floating around on the surface. Your
Yep.
rock is on the surface.
Yep. Jenna P, good morning. I lost Jazrin. What is this? Who's saying this? Why are you saying this? This is a while ago. Oh, my chat's locked up. That's why. That's why.
You
No?
keep proving my point, man.
I don't know how to use this.
3 hours later.
Boom. All right, everything's shut down in the background. Let's relaunch. I'm live. 47 people watching and 35 likes. Maybe we could change that. How am I going to find that white eggs in that color yarn? That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Okay, well, I might have to make another mop. I'll see.
Hey, people, nobody ever said he was
Granny
swift.
knot on granny knot. You like that granny knot? Hey, it works, right?
Nobody ever accused him of being swift.
Come on now. Sometimes you just don't think. All right, but we do have other mops that are already made that are dark green and easily seen what's on them. So I'm gonna take a look and see if I can find any eggs. These are Gertrudes. I have there. My reading glasses so I can see the little eggs.
Right side over left, then left over right equals square knots.
You know, I just double knotted it. Works for me. Just like tying my shoes. You double knot it once and you never untie them again. You just slip them off. Slip them off and on. Yeah, I gotta do something here, man. There's not a whole lot of eggs coming out
Even
of this.
said rusty dull AIDS knife would be scary.
Yeah. Poison knife.
Barbara Jackson says former Girl Scout leader here with the square knot.
Mmm. Not seeing any eggs in this mop, man. This is not good. I think this thing is I gotta check this mop like daily, honestly. I think what it is I always see them hanging out, like in and out of this mop. So I think they're just like constantly like in and out, laying eggs, whatever, and then they're eating the eggs that they're laying. Oh, there's one.
When Elaine made that comment, she was referring to the first yarn you
Yeah, the
used.
white one. Yeah, I realized that.
Yeah.
It is a little light colored. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Also, I could switch that maybe to another tank because I know like the fricatas, their eggs are almost kind of yellow, so they would probably stand out on that.
Uh-huh.
So we'll work with it. We'll see what happens.
Yep. And then when the eggs start to develop and you could see the eyes in the eggs, it would show up even more on that mop.
True. Yeah, I mean that's one thing I could do is just pull the mop out and then stick it somewhere instead of having to like search for eggs. I guess just leave it in there for like a week and then pull it out. Something. Problem is they like to eat their own eggs. Well, I don't know about the Celebes, but these Gertrudes definitely like to eat their own eggs. I keep finding half-munched eggs. Yeah, I don't see any. I think you gotta leave it in the tank for like whatever. When I see them, and then like that afternoon or whatever, pull it. I should pull it every evening and check for eggs. Is what I should do. I just haven't been.
Patty is saying that there should be a People's Choice Award for this pack a bowl contest.
It's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea, Patty.
Yeah, but uh, on the other hand, there is actually a People's Choice Award between Jason and myself.
It's true. True.
But yeah, I know what she's talking about. For
Yeah.
all the bowls.
Yeah. For all the contestants.
Yeah.
Here's my Daphnia colony. See all these guys like hanging out at the top there? Going nuts. And I fed like heavy yesterday too. Because I wanted, try to get some of the adults out. I don't see too many babies at the moment.
Eduardo wants to know who the people would be.
What do you mean?
Who would be? Who would the people be?
The People's Choice?
People in the chat.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could be also like I could make one of those whatever like videos that have everybody in it, and then just people vote. Meow 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 meow. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. That'd be hard. Maybe maybe we do it on a stream.
Yeah, obviously. Well, that's what I was thinking.
I would have to do it on a stream then, right? I don't
Because
think
that's how we did you and my bowl on the stream live.
did we? I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought we did the comments over a week.
Or
And
did we?
yeah, people voted in the comments for it.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
And then we just revealed it on the.
Nobody ever. I never claimed to be the sharpest tool.
Clearly. Yeah, so we'll go from there.
That's, by the way, people. This is Jason's entry for this year.
This is my bowl. I've
That's
packed
his
it full
bowl.
of algae and Daphnia.
Daphne.
There's a sprig of moss.
He's going for the authentic pond look.
Yep.
Actually, not even a pond, just a puddle of water look. What's those puddles that last for a while and then dry up? There's a name for them.
Isn't that like the definition of a puddle? It's like a thing of
No,
water
but
that can dry
they
up.
actually have life in them, and
Oh, I see. I
then
see
it
what you're saying.
dries up, and all the life either go dormant or die until the next time it rains or something.
My chat keeps goofing out here on my iPad.
Ah, you see, I knew there was a name. Barbara Jackson says it's vermal pools or
Mmm.
vernal pools. It's called
Vernal.
vernal.
Like Vern. Who's that guy?
I think that is it,
Ernest?
Barbara. I do think that is it.
Well, we learned something new.
And
Vernal pools.
Amisa, Amisa. How you pronounce that? Amisa
Okay. I believe
says it's called vernal pools.
Right
It is
on.
pools. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's not just, it's bigger than a puddle, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
And
I
some of them
understand what
even
you're
have
saying.
fish in them and stuff, and then
Yeah. They
eventually
get
it
trapped
dries
in
up.
there. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of
Yeah,
like killies do. That's what isn't that how a lot of them? Some of them, those dry season killies,
I
the ones
should
that have to.
imagine
Whoa.
that happens in the Amazon a lot too, after, you know,
Yeah.
the
Floods.
dry season, because there's two seasons, wet season and dry season. And
Yeah,
then
the
the
rainy and the
wet
dry.
season, the rivers overflow their banks into the forest and stuff, and the fish start swimming all through the forest, and then eventually it dries up, and I bet you there's a lot of pools that remain behind for a little while with fish and stuff in it, and then
Here's a frittata
they
egg.
eventually dry up.
Dried up little. Yeah. It's not really golden wonder killie. Isn't like how he works. You can like
I
those
think
eggs.
so. I think not,
Is it
and there's
golden wonder?
probably a lot of other fish too, not just the killies.
I remember when I was a kid, I sent away
That's
in the
why
back of
that's
a
why they
magazine for one of those like fish.
that's why some of those fish have developed jumping as one of their skills. So because they jump from one puddle to the next when one puddle becomes like
Yeah, right.
oxygen
They try to make
deprived.
it
Yeah. That's why
survive.
killies, you gotta have a good cover for the tank because they're known jumpers. Also
Mm,
beta fish.
yeah, better,
Betas.
better, better,
Beta.
better, beta, better,
You say beta, I say beta, you say beta.
better. You better, you bet.
You say tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato.
Do you? I've never heard you say that. Don't lie to me.
Potato chips.
Speaking of that, I had some awesome potato chips last night at the restaurant I went to.
Oh
It's
yeah?
good stuff, man. I got my burger. I ate so much I couldn't even eat my burger. I just took the whole burger and put it in a to-go container.
With your true friends?
My true friends.
With your
My
true
real
friends.
friends. The real
Your
friends.
real friends.
Real friends.
Your real friends. You
Right.
hear that, Patty? You
As
and me.
opposed to imaginary friends.
We're not real.
Kirk doesn't want to mention
Yeah.
that he was invited. He didn't want to go because he didn't know anybody.
We're figments of his imagination. We're not real.
that you're virtual or surreal.
Was that thing that those
Found one egg in this forgot I
those
think.
memes that I was those things I was making? You said they were what? AI.
What things you were making?
You know, of me
Oh
with
yeah.
my
Oh, those little short things or whatever those TikTok things
yeah
were. I don't. Yeah, that was definitely AI. They were creepy.
AI.
That was
Yeah,
creepy.
I'm AI.
Don't ever do that again. That was creepy. All right. No, no luck on the
It's an
eggs.
app. It's an app. It's called face dancing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, because you just take a fixed picture of yourself, and the app makes your face move, and your eyes move, and your facial expressions change and stuff.
The only
It
other
is
mop I
kind of
gotta
creepy
check is the
and
one in the.
funny all at the same time. Creepy and funny all at the same time.
Creepy and funny. All right.
Patty says, "Thank God for the real friends. Takes the load off of the fake ones."
There you go. Problem solved, Patty. Time is it's only 11. Look, I made Eduardo hungry talking about food. Oh yeah, that camera did shut off, whatever that was. Let me see if I can get it back.
Eduardo is getting something to eat. Be right back. A sneaky snacky. I call it a sneaky snacky.
This camera might have cut out on me, man. The other one.
The aquarium guys wishing you a happy belated birthday.
Thank you, sir. Let's see. You're gonna hear a little. Let me know if you hear it. Any luck?
No.
Really?
And Eduardo also wished you a happy belated birthday
Well,
for
thanks.
hitting 50. Has you hit 50 yet?
That's the one I just hit. You hearing any of this noise or no?
What noise?
I don't know. The disconnect, reconnect noise.
No.
All right, I think the camera's offline.
Well, I see bubbles moving.
That's not the camera we're looking at. I was just wondering if you could hear the
Oh.
noise. Because I was, trying not to make it, difficult for the people at home. What is going on with that? What happened? Uh-oh. Yeah, let's leave
Patty
that on.
dropped a link for a Fishyman's face dancing short.
Did you put one of those out?
No.
Oh.
She's it's the other one that I had where my face was blanked out and it was just like an emoji, like
When you were sitting at work?
yeah,
Yeah.
when I was sitting on the clapper at work.
Yup. Oh my god. All right.
I do some of my best videos while on the crapper.
I think we should take those fry, maybe put them in the tub, or at least get them in a container to put in the tub.
Hmm?
All right.
What you said? Huh?
The fish.
What
The
fish?
I talked about this. There's a 3 Gertrude
Gertrude.
fry. Well, they're a little bit more. They're turning into juveniles. They're more than fry now. They're bigger, but they're not quite adults. I was thinking about
And what
putting
are we
them.
looking at here right now?
These are the cyanodorsalis. I just had the
All
camera right
right.
there. I just turned it on there.
That's the brackish?
This is brackish, correct. And that's water lettuce that's in there. I don't know how well it's doing. I was thinking I should probably put a substrate in here too at some point.
Yeah, some point.
I mean, that point could be today, I guess. I have pool filter sand. Could always
Oh yeah.
add a cup.
I
Do a
got
water
some
change.
I got a little bit of what they call it? Sand mixed with Eco Complete.
Yeah, let's do this. Go ahead. Sand with
Eco
it.
Complete is that lava rock thing?
Yeah, the black stuff. Yeah. Well,
Right,
it comes
yeah.
in red too, but yeah.
That was from my bowl. My old bowl
Your
last
old
year.
bowl. I see.
I broke down my old bowl.
Let's move this
and
back.
I have a bucket of that, like just the very bottom of the bucket, not much. I might just dump it in one of
Ooh,
my tanks, deepen the substrate in one of my tanks. I don't know.
can't hurt.
I can't do it in my planted tank because it's just too much plants in there to just dump more substrate.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean
It'll
this lid.
cover all the plants. So I gotta do it in like one of the other tanks that don't have a bunch of stuff planted in the substrate. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm trying to explain to you.
I stopped listening to you.
Finally, one time you get to use that. Yo, that camera's frozen, by the way.
The one we're looking at?
Yeah.
Alright, hang on. I stepped on this stupid plug. Hopefully I didn't kill it.
You stepped on a frog?
Plug! Trying to clean off this lid.
I thought you farted. And you said you stepped on a stupid frog.
No, I stepped on the connection. I was trying to clean the glass. It's covered in algae. Lid. Alright. So this camera stopped working. We're looking at the one that was, is it black, the screen? Or, I mean, no. Okay. So this stopped working before, okay, that's why.
Skipper's here. Good morning, Skipper.
I pulled it apart, that's why. What's up, Skip? What's going on?
And he says, Jason, clean that glass.
Yeah, hang on. Let's try this.
It's still frozen, okay?
Yeah, relax, man. Sometimes it takes a minute. Deactivate. Okay.
I guess now
Transition.
the screen is completely black.
Yep, that's black too. Here, let's do this for a second. No, that won't work.
Sometimes perfection is very hard.
There we go. Okay. Okay, we're good?
Yeah.
I know it's hard to see at the moment. Bear with me.
Yeah, it's like a very...
I know, it's because the light's not on the tank. I took the light off for a sec so I can get the lid off.
Plus, all I see is a reflection of your fish room.
Well, now you should see more. See more butts.
And do less.
I'm going to take this water lettuce that's floating up here. I'm going to move it out.
The BBA has finally taken over.
Everything's black.
The camera.
Everything turned black. The BBA won. Oh. I'm going to set that in there for a sec. Do I have any more of this water lettuce? A ton of it in this tank.
Crongtail Half Moon's here. Good morning.
Good morning. Alright, I'm going to move back some of this stuff.
Long family show.
What's up? This water lettuce is like struggling. I don't know if it's dying or what it's doing. I don't even know how this stuff grows. But what I am going to do is take a scoop.
A pooper scooper?
A pooper scooper. No. A super scooper of sand. Did I tell you I caught money trying to pee in a bucket that had sand in it the one time?
Yeah, you told me. I don't know if you said it in last week's stream. Did that happen last week?
It was when I was escaping the bowl. I put the sand in that bucket.
I wish he had peed in it.
It would have been hilarious, but I caught him at like the last second. He was like, he jumped in there. I was like, what are you doing? And he started doing like the arch in his back thing. I'm like, no! I grabbed him. He was not happy about it.
I was wondering, and you would be wondering, like, why is my bowl, the ammonia so high in it?
through the roof. All right. That made it pretty cloudy. So let's do a little bit of water change.
Did you wash that sand out at all before you?
Well, it's pool filter sand. It's usually pretty clean, but I guess I probably could have rinsed it a little better.
That would be a no.
That would be a no. Did not. Thought it was cleaner. Apparently I was wrong.
Patty says, well, a bucket of sand resembles a litter box.
Yeah, true. I don't, and you're not wrong. I didn't say he was wrong. We're trying. I'm just glad I caught him. All right, let me get the siphon here.
I've been known to take a dump in
a bucket.
No,
I don't want to know.
Trappers in Home Depot. You know, I see it in the aisle, and I gotta go, so I just sit.
Oh, you use like the models, the model toilets.
I sit on it and take a crap. You know.
Interesting.
Says I'm right for leaving it in the aisle like that.
Yup. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of water change here. Suck up these dead ones. Oh, I have to double check that salinity on that water too. Last time I made it.
Fine, it'll settle in half a day.
Yeah, it'll, whatever. I'll do the water change anyway because I stirred up a bunch of mulm. Well, I might as well spread this out.
That first sand you had given me that one time.
Oh yeah, that was some fine sand.
Was like, I washed it out, and still, when you put it in the tank, it was so fine that it was like everywhere in the water column. And if you just touch it, it would like float all over the place.
Yeah.
And stuff. I hated it. Hated it.
I still have it in the tank with the Luminatus. I just try not to stir it up. And it's been in there so long, it's kind of filtered its way down.
Well, yeah, I still have it in 2 tanks, but it's covered with pool filter sand now.
Interesting. There is fry in here.
Ruined by hang-on back filters.
From the whatever, the little particles.
Yeah. They made this terrible noise for the longest time, and then they quieted it out. So I did nothing about it.
Yo, get out of there, you idiot. Still in there? I don't see him.
Yeah, that's because he probably is halfway down to this something by now.
Well, no, I'm doing this into a bucket, so I'll definitely check the bucket. I was just trying to get some of the junk that's floating at the top there.
He's trying to get some of your junk in the trunk out.
Yup, trying to get some of that junk out. All right, that's good enough. All right. Move this over here. Let's move this over there. Let's put it in the light, see if we can see any fish. Nope, looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I would see something. Yeah, cool. That's just water. Alright, cool. What else? I have. Where's that cup right here?
I often wonder when stuff is in the water like that. So does that mean that it's passing through the gills of the fish and stuff?
Probably. But I think a lot of fish are designed for that. Like, I mean, you ever see like the Amazon? Like, you can't even see that water through that water. It's like chocolate milk, right?
Yeah, I don't see how it wouldn't pass through their gills.
Right. I think they're kind of. I mean, it depends on what it is. I'm sure if it's like some, like asbestos getting stuck in their gills, it's gonna do some damage. You know what I mean? Or whatever, something like some particles. You know what I mean? I'm just using it as an example, as like the human equivalent. Alright, that might have been a little too much water now. I might have to adjust that level. Oh shit! I didn't check the salinity. Oops.
Oh shit.
I knew it was close, but I don't. Oh, I guess we'll check it now. We'll check the tank. Good thing these guys are. What's the word? Here's the quiz word for today. That they can go from brackish to salty rather quick.
I can't even remember.
Remember? You don't remember?
No.
Chat, remember?
I don't think anybody's paying attention to you.
Okay. Let's see. That's actually not too bad. We're 014, so we went down a notch. But not bad.
Daddy says, "Oh well, he better get on a treadmill for that." From what I've seen, a lot of junk in that trunk.
Jeez. Stop staring at my ass, Patty.
Barbara Jackson says, "Easy."
Easy.
That's not the word, Barbara.
All right, I think I have a little too much water in this tank, so.
Come on, what's the word? Damn it.
Oh, Urihaline.
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 How could I ever remember
How
that?
could you forget that? We've
How
discussed
could I
this
ever
like on a regular
remember?
basis. I take a cup out and try not to get any fry.
Patty wants to know, oh my god, is that the deformed fish right there?
No, shouldn't be.
She's probably talking about that fish on the right in the other tank next to it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that might be him. Yeah, that is him. That is absolutely him. Yep, that's him.
Good eye, Patty.
Good eye, Patty.
Good eye.
The hell
Sound
is?
like
Oh,
I'm an Australian.
that is
Good
the
eye,
fish.
Patty.
Yes. You can kind of see he's got like a hump. His head is a little lopsided looking. He's a
Is
weirdo.
that a hump? A hump? A lovely lady hump.
Okay. All right, let's put the water less back in here. There's a bunch of little fry in here. I see them. I see at least 3 or 4 of them.
Barbara says, oh yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yep, Barbara, I'll give you credit. I don't know, does this stuff have a root? I don't know, does water lettuce root? Is there a way to get it to root?
I don't know. I
don't
have
know.
no clue about that. I think it's probably a floating plant, isn't it?
Maybe. I got it floating up here.
In your isn't it from your saltwater tank?
It's here, I'm gonna put this lid back on so I need to
Or
move the
did you
light.
get it from somewhere? Isn't
I
that a
bought it.
macroalgae?
Yeah, it is a macroalgae. But it's meant to, it can go brackish, like, well, my brackish tanks are pretty salty. But
Did you just turn off the
I
light for
did.
that tank?
Did you not just hear us say I'm gonna move the light for a sec so I can put the lid back on?
I
Pay
don't listen to what
attention,
you're
boy.
saying.
Pay attention. Jeez.
I don't listen to what you're
Jeez.
saying. It's tune you out.
I noticed. And then you ask me questions about things I just said.
That's because I stopped listening to you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is. Remove the pressure out of that. Wrap this hose back up.
And Whip says, speaking of being able to go from salt fresh, I just read they have spotted bull sharks
Oh
up the
yeah.
Mississippi in Illinois.
Yeah, that was that a couple of years ago we saw that. I think that was they had all that flooding, and then somehow they made it like all the way up, pretty far. Yeah, I wonder how long they can do that, or if they're just able to do that like forever, or do they ever have to get back to the fresh or the salt? Well, isn't like or not salmon, trout can do that too, right? They can go out in the ocean and just live there.
Also, some bass.
Yep.
Stripers. Patty says he seems lonely.
He is lonely. He's the only one in there. I was gonna put another one in there.
He'd be a great friend for deformed Dave.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Form Dave. All right, I'm gonna start filling this up with water. I used RO.
And which says Illinois, the land of cornfields, deep dish pizza, and sharks. Yes, you heard it right. Reports have been surfacing claiming that sharks, specifically bull sharks, have been sighted swimming.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. Remind me never to go swimming in a river in Illinois.
Can I show you what I got from my birthday? I got a giant licky tongue for a cat. Because Monty's always jumping in my lap and like headbutting me, and I'm like, I think he just wants me to lick him. So my wife found this thing,
Yeah.
the big tongue. He is absolutely terrified of this thing, but I think it's hilarious.
Were you guys in the sex store when you found that?
No, no.
Crack myself up.
Apparently,
Amisa
a Misa.
says there have been bull sharks 100 miles upstream from the ocean in the
Jumping in my mouth.
Sacramento River,
In California, wow.
California.
Whip says jumping in your mouth. Yeah, pretty much. That's what he does. He tries to like get in my mouth. It's weird. And he like bonks his head all over me. I can only think he's doing this because, you know,
Patty says it's obviously a sex toy.
clearly.
Clearly.
Here, I'll give you a demonstration.
My goodness. It's crazy. Talk about stimulation.
Monty's terrified of it.
Is it battery operated? Does it vibrate as well?
No, it doesn't. It's all, you know.
Manual.
Yep.
Old
Good
school.
morning, QC Aquaholic. Came in at the right time. Oh, too funny.
Old school. No batteries needed.
You're speaking from experience, Patty. It's funny. Yep. Yeah, but that's whatever you want to call that guy right there. That's Celebes. He's the deformed one. I have like one or two more that I can quote unquote cull from that tank. And by culling, I was just gonna put them in this tank, so that whatever. I don't plan on ever breeding anything out of this tank. I don't think I'm gonna do any of the rainbows, the Melanitania or the whatever, the Alanize.
Patty says now all we need is to install a pump in that thing and we'll be in business.
Yeah, it's tool time, Patty. It's funny. Oh man. All right. What we got? What we got? Today's Sunday, right? Oh, we have off. I have off tomorrow,
All
man.
day.
Do you have off tomorrow?
Until midnight tonight. Yeah, I do.
Sweet. I have off tomorrow. I gotta go back to work on. That's the worst. The day coming back from vacation. Oh.
Yeah, you don't feel like going back at
Ugh.
all. Call out sick.
Yeah. I can't do this anymore, guys. I'm just not doing it. Oh, I have some coffee left.
Your boss would be like, "Hey, Jason, you're missing out. You're missing a lot of work lately." And you tell him, I'm not really missing it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm missing it.
Really missing it.
Really not. I agree. Okay, so that's filling up some water, so that's gonna be a couple minutes. I have a whole bunch of dragonstone sitting in this bucket. Yo, who's it talking to? I was talking to some of these fish clubs, man. They do like bulk buys and stuff. and they were doing like Dragonstone for $1.50 a pound. I was like, wow,
Hmm.
not a bad deal. Might have to think about something like that. Well, my aquarium society doesn't really do anything anymore, in person anyway. We don't even have swaps.
Uh, is that the club that Karen is?
Yeah, but she's kind of moving, right?
Yeah, she is.
And
She's
she's moving a little far, like not exactly close, out of the
yeah, but
Lehigh Valley.
I know you've never been to her where she lives, but I've been
That's right. You've been to her house, right?
to, to her house just to collect. I didn't go in or
Oh,
anything.
so
I
yeah.
just went there to collect
I wouldn't let you
some
in either, dude.
assassin snails. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't let me in if I was her either. Anyway, but I digress.
Right.
That's besides the point.
Right.
Um,
Fair enough.
where she lives is like literally just uh, a car length driveway,
Hmm.
and boom, you got this major road that
Uh,
cars are like
yeah,
right there.
I gotcha.
So it's very hard to back out of their driveway because you're backing out into
Like a
you
major
know
road.
yeah,
Yeah, I know that
not
feeling.
major road,
But a
but
busy road.
yeah. And that's she says that's one of the reasons that she really doesn't like that place.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a cherry shrimp? Oh yeah, it is. Holy
Hey,
cow, is that guy red?
JE, what's up?
What's going on? Yeah, that is a cherry shrimp. Man, is he red? Holy cow. Like that guy. Oh, his brain just hanging out in this corner here, like looking like
Sorry.
Dog's just looking at me. But that one in this tank, that one frog bit, it actually started really taking off. You can see the roots like kick back out of it. You see it there? So that one I think is gonna do all right, and the one behind it looks like it's doing good too.
Um, Keith, aren't you running a special this weekend for Memorial Day weekend? 20% off, I think it was. Didn't I? Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Because I just shared his other link with you,
Oh,
your
okay.
link
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
for the 12% off.
yeah, yeah. Hey, this tank has got
He said yes.
nice. So there you go, guys.
IHT 20
Uh,
is the coupon link.
IHT20. There you go.
Good until the 31st.
That's Wednesday. So get your stuff while you're getting's good.
Well, you got 20% off. That'll pay for your shipping.
Heck yeah. Probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
And taxes too. All right. Yeah. So
Mel's here.
what's going on, Mel? I noticed that the shrimp tank next to the. Remember that tank that had all that planaria in it? That I put the batis in? I'll wait till you remember.
What you say? I was reading chat, man. What did you say?
I said, do you remember that tank that had the planaria in it? The one that we got on
Right,
the
right,
macro
yeah.
camera, and I put the batis in
Uh-huh.
it. I don't see any
Yes.
planaria in that tank, but the shrimp tank next to it, there's definitely planaria all over this. See it? I see them on the glass. I see them in the blackbeard algae.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they eat the little shrimps.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is it like a lot?
There's a handful. I can see them
A
on the
handful.
glass, and some of them are pretty big. I don't know if I can get that on camera or not.
I think is it a lot is a pretty rhetorical question. It's either yes or no.
I wouldn't say a lot. I see maybe about a dozen out in the open, and the light's been on for a little while.
Patty says, I'd be really worried about transferring that planaria around.
Yep, probably.
I have planaria in my tanks as well, but it's not crazy. I see one on the glass every now and again.
I need to get. You know, what'd be really good in this 20 long with the shrimp would probably be
What?
some Bolivian rams or something like that.
Yeah, but then you run the risk of them
Eating the shrimp.
predating on the shrimplets.
Yeah, true.
But if you put like two rams in a 20 long or something, I really don't think they would put a dent in a thriving shrimp colony.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
I don't think they would either, and honestly, they'd probably serve as like a coal agent. Find the slow ones, get them out. The weak ones.
Patty says, "Oh my God, Kirk, what? You've given me plants and you didn't tell me that?
Look,
Oh
anything. That's
no,
probably
never
where.
again."
That's where you get. I mean, half times, unless you're buying tissue cultures or whatever, you're gonna get some sort of parasites or whatever. I mean, I guess they're
You get
parasites.
snails, you could get planaria, you could get hydra,
Hydra. Yeah. Oh, what's the other one? Cyclops.
seed shrimp.
Yep.
It's
There's a whole. It's called the ecosystem. You got to build that ecosystem, right?
exactly, and it planaria play their role too. They eat you know
Yeah.
dead shit
Detritus.
and shit that fish wouldn't eat. Sorry for my language, but
Aren't they
I,
detritus worms? I'm pretty sure they are.
everything plays a part, and if it's overpopulated, then it's a problem.
Right.
But everything in moderation is not a problem, if you ask me, and that's just my opinion.
Your
So
opinion. Whoops, I'm gonna move that camera. The other Battis is down here doing his thing. He's cool looking. Oh, is that? I think that sword might actually thrown in the runner. Am I wrong about this? Hang on. Ow.
um KJE says I don't have them, but I don't keep shrimp.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I think that's the Rotala. Yeah, it wasn't only in the shrimp tank, it was in this tank too, but I think the Battis has really handled a lot of this, honestly. That Battis is going nuts. He's looking nice and fat too,
You
and I.
see take for instance my guppy tank. I
Yeah,
have no planaria or nothing inside that tank because the guppies are constantly looking for food. So
right,
they probably eat anything they see moving
right.
as well. Because guppies will eat their own fry sometimes too. Whereas in my planted tank, I have a very few free swimming fish like tetras and stuff. I only have two rice fish and three embatetras. And so, they don't they don't predate too much on stuff like planaria and stuff like that. Whereas I do have a lot of pygmy in there, so I think maybe they might. I don't know
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a fact if they eat planaria or not.
I'm assuming. I mean, they probably do, right? I have pygmy cories in here.
Because I think they're big enough to probably eat, planaria.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of them just finding it, right?
Yeah,
But
because
I have pygmy
all
cories
fish,
and
all fish
Habrosis
are
cories in
kind of
that tank.
opportunistic. If you ask me, there are some fish that actively hunt
Yeah.
stuff like that, but then there are other fish like tetras and stuff that will, if they see one in front of their face, they're gonna eat it, but
Yeah.
they're not gonna actively hunt them.
Yeah, they're not exactly right. They're not looking around like
Like
Battis
a baddest
actively hunts.
actively hunts for stuff like that.
Right. Whereas the Von Rios tetra that's in here with him is just kind of like flicking around, and if he sees it, oh, I'll eat that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, flicking around.
Flicking around.
Is he sick? Do you
No,
need to mend that tank?
no, I don't think so. I don't know. There is three. There's a bunch of. I think there's 3 or 4 amber tetras in here. There was 2 or 3. I think there's only 2 Von Rios. And
What I'm trying to get at though is I will not run out and buy
yeah, I won't nuke the tank over stuff like that, right?
planaria, whatever they call it,
Yeah, kill no planaria. That's the stuff.
no planaria, and treat my tank because I see one planaria crawling up the tank wall.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I think it's
I'm
good for a
sorry.
tank to have some of that stuff in there, honestly.
Yeah, if you ask me, it's a sign of an established tank.
Right. It's that whole ecosystem thing.
Yeah,
Isn't that like the father fish thing?
yeah,
So he's talking
exactly.
about.
I mean, it's
There is truth to that. I know
he,
there is.
yeah, he may be
He's not wrong.
overboard with
He's not
some things.
wrong. Right.
Yeah, but he's not exactly. He's not wrong.
I'm pulling out this
I just
blackberry. Oh
wouldn't
my
go with
god.
no filter at all,
Yeah.
but
Right. Or no food.
yeah,
Like, I mean, that's still gonna
or
feed my
no
tank.
food, yeah, or no water changes.
Yeah,
Okay, don't
definitely.
get me started now.
I do like the deep substrate. I do
But
a lot
yeah,
of that.
exactly. Likewise, I think there is some validity
That's a good
to
word.
the deep substrates. You know,
Yeah. Yep. I
because
agree.
the deeper your substrate is, the who knows what happens in those deep substrates where the oxygen, you know,
Yeah, and you think about it,
the
like every
whole
body of water has pretty much a deep substrate, right?
yeah, the whole cycle can happen down there as they claim that happens. A complete cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And QC was saying, how many inches would you consider a deep substrate?
Probably I'd go by knuckles and I'd say about 4, 3, 4. That's
Yeah,
good
and
deep.
some people would say, well, oh no,
5,
that's
6.
not deep at
That's not
all.
deep enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Yeah.
Many roads to the same destination. Many roads to the same destination. What works for Jason will not necessarily work for me. What works for me wouldn't necessarily work for you. We all have different water chemistry. We all have,
Yeah. I think that's part of my problem. I think
you know,
blackbeard algae thrives in high nutrients or minerals too. A lot of, like my water is like hard water, like no joke, hard water.
and Patty's saying, is anybody in the school of thought of scant substrates?
They can. Yeah, I do some of that stuff, especially in like well, quarantine tanks, obviously. Um,
Whips is saying 3 inches is deep. That's what I've been telling the woman since I was 15. I got you, Whip. I got you.
oh god, that's
That's
hilarious.
like the old joke. She wanted 6 inches, so I gave it to her twice.
oh, okay, but yeah.
Yeah, but look, like for instance, when I first started my L333 colony, I was in the mindset I'm gonna do bare bottom tank. So much easier to keep clean, and
Right.
then I just drifted away from that school, and now I have sand in that tank,
Yeah.
and I don't ever vac the sand. I just do water changes on it, but then I have a shit ton of moss in there as well, you know?
True.
So, to each his own, man.
Yeah, yeah. There's no like, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about this hobby, man. There's 100 ways to do things, right? And everybody's
Yeah,
got their
and
own
I
method.
I don't ever say that somebody's way is wrong and mine is
I
right.
mean, what is it? You see what a dean from whatever uh
Yeah,
he
he
does like the,
barely has substrate in any of his
yeah, he's
tanks.
bare bottoms of the bones and he's breeding like
And his
crazy out
tanks
there.
are like so clean you can eat
Yeah,
food off of the bottom of the tank, It's like,
I like this.
but I'm not of that school, you know
Like
what
a
I mean?
pleco.
I don't believe in that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's the thought process too. But he also does a hell of a lot of water changes, like daily.
Yeah, I think he even has a drip system, doesn't he? So that he's constantly
I think he
having.
gets automated where he just pushes a button and it starts flowing forever, how long he wants it to flow for. And you
Yeah,
can,
but some people even go as far as to constantly have a drip running into the tank. So they're constantly having fresh water in that tank,
yeah,
which,
correct,
if you ask me, I guess it's good for those people who can do that and who can afford to do that.
correct. We can do this. We should do this.
Shit, I would like to build a river in my basement and have my fish live in it,
How
you
cool would
know?
that be? Like one of those like that'd be cool. Like an aquaponic thing. That'd be cool.
What's his name has
Marginals.
one? The other Kenny.
Uh,
Kenny with an I instead of an
oh
E.
yeah. ABC
Yeah.
Aquatic Biotope
He
Creations.
has that river tank,
Yeah, does. That's a cool
which
tank.
is damn cool.
Yeah, he built that tank himself, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's a cool tank. Oh man, beat my back there for a second.
Because if you think about it, and somebody posted a picture, who was it? I can't remember who it was, but it was a little video of a river and the white water in the river, and they're like, who says you don't need water changes? You know,
Yeah, right.
fish in the wild are having 24/7 water changes.
Yeah, like constant, right? Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing, man. All right, like they're, well, it depends. Sometimes they're like we're talking about like those fish that got, or pond fish. Obviously, you're not getting 24-hour water.
well, yeah,
But
exactly. The same ponds we were talking about. Some fish are
yeah,
developed to live in near foul conditions that would kill some fish.
right.
That's why how they call them, labyrinth, where they can breed
Yep.
um
Yeah, like
from taking
bettas and
dumps
stuff
from
like
near
that.
at
They
the
getting that.
surface.
Right.
Bettas,
Yeah, gouramis, stuff like that.
yeah, they have evolved over time to live in those situations, but then some other fish have evolved to live in high oxygen, pure water environments.
All right, 32 teaspoons is almost 11 tablespoons. So I believe I do 12, and I might actually have to do 13. 1, 2.
Patty say most fish get a shot of fresh, even those in shark pools. Most get a shot of rain.
That's true. Salinity is constantly changing. 12, that's 12. I think, if I remember, that comes up low. So I'm gonna go 13, and if I gotta thin it, I can thin it, right? Right?
Cryptkeeper is here. He says
Hey,
at
what's going on,
work
man?
on break, but wanted to pop in quick
Oh,
since I saw you on. What's up, Jason, Kirk, and everyone in chat?
how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. You know, the same old, hanging out in the fish room, doing the thing, where everything is always easy.
Shooting the shit,
Everything is always easy.
in his opinion.
I'm adding salt back to this jug. It's like I think it's a 3 gallon. I think it might be 2.5 gallons. I don't know what it is. 2.5
KJ
gallons.
says I don't change water on tubs.
No, that's true, but when it does rain, it does doesn't it add more? And that's kind of like a pond idea, right? Like water isn't always changing, but it does get
Diluted.
diluted. Let's put it that way. And there's usually in tubs and stuff, well, ponds especially, there's usually a lot of plants growing. Especially if you don't have a lot of, then you get those scummy looking ponds. You know what I mean?
And Jeremy
Not enough
says,
oxygen.
KJE, it shocks me people do
Do what? I forgot.
water changes
Oh.
on tubs.
My tub, I don't think it has well, I do have like an overflow thing so that if it starts to fill up, it goes out the hole instead of like, over the sides. But basically when it rains, it fills up. But every day, I have I set my like I got a little sprinkler out there on a timer so it waters the plants, and that hits the tub. So the tub is getting like tap water every morning for an hour, no, half hour, whatever comes out of the sprinkler. So it's getting a little bit of fresh water every day.
Window Liquor's asking, have you added plants to the fry system?
Not really, not a whole lot. Well, there is some. Yeah, there's moss. That's about it. Moss, and the bottom tank's got a lot more moss. So that one's doing probably more on the plants.
Patty's asking, do people put overflows in their tubs?
I did. I just drilled a hole and stuck it a sponge.
And then
I said
KJ
stuck it a
says, I
sponge.
have a ton of plants in them, and yes,
Yeah.
rain on top offs.
Let's see.
Jeremy says, Patty, I do just a few holes around the rim. And KG says, Patty, I have a hole drilled towards the top.
Yeah, mine's up. Yeah, like when the tote like has like that weird. It has like a. Totes are not just square, right? They got like little ridges and stuff all over them and like bevels. Where it like bevels out at the top there's like a kind of like a lip. That's where right above that lip is where the overflow is. So
Whip has to take off. He's saying, okay, I guess the roll. Gonna jump on the bike, go for a ride, and get some much needed wind therapy.
there you go, man.
I hear you. Blow them cobwebs out, Whip.
That's
Keep the
right.
rubber side down and be safe.
Yeah, really. Yep. Cool. Well, I've enjoyed that. And yeah, it's almost time to get out of here ourselves here. It's almost noon. I will check the salinity in that in a minute. We got a couple minutes, so I might as well finish that off, and then we can end. So let me stir.
KJ says it's a 1/4-inch hole.
Yeah, I forget what I took. Like it might have been mine, like a 1/2 inch of whatever it is. I don't know. He just used. I'm spilling water everywhere like an idiot.
You see, it depends on where in the country you live and how much rain you get at any particular time, because
Yeah.
normally we don't get downpours like that, but we do sometimes,
Oh yeah, we do get
in a
thunderstorms like.
thunderstorm, if
Yeah.
a thunderstorm moves through, you can have a lot of rain in a short space of time.
Yeah, we used to get tornadoes every once in a while. I mean, not regularly, but it has happened.
where we will get dumped on, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't have an adequate
System for
overflow
dumping.
system, yeah, you're gonna overflow over the edge of the pond.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. And like those tubs, like I'm using a Rubbermaid tub. It's not designed to be holding that much water. And if you could fill it all the way up to the rim, that the sides are like bowing out. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
it's scary. So that's why I drilled a hole in the side and said, this is where
You know
it
what you
can't get
should
any fuller
use?
than this.
You can use like uh a ratchet strap around that
Yeah, it's
to
not
give
even.
it
It's
some
like where I said, like it's only like 3/4 of the way full. You know what I mean? So it's not like entirely full. And the overflow set there too. Yeah. See, I even put 13 in there, didn't I? Still a little low, but I think it's because because a lot of salt's still not mixed in. So let's mix that salt in.
And Kiki says, "Oh, I have mosaic plants coming in Tuesday."
Those are the marginals, the ones that are like out of the water. I don't remember.
Aren't
Mosaic
they
plants.
like a floating,
Oh, I might be wrong. I have to look that up then.
planted in substrate and they float on the surface? The leaves do. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell
And
us.
Jeremy says one of my 300s has a 2-inch bulkhead hole for overflow with no screenage, still full of fish.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I just put a sponge in mine, so just keep like whatever whatever, any fry or whatever shrimp out of there.
And Patty was saying double up the plastic containers for extra strength.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about making like a frame, like a 2x4 frame or something like that,
Right. I understand what you mean.
and then just like setting it in there, and then like you could even like you could insulate it too. You know what I mean? If you wanted to, and it could be more of like a year-round setup.
KJ says mosaic is a star-looking plant.
Star-looking plant. Okay. I'm guessing it's a fully aquatic.
Floater. It is a
Fuller.
a
Okay.
Guidia species.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of like that indoor pond that oh geez, what's her name? She hasn't done a video in a long time. Not Rachel O'Leary. The girl that worked at a pet shop and she used to do water changes for LRB.
Oh, oddball. Haley.
Oddball Aquatics. What's her name again?
Haley. I think her name's Haley.
Haley. She has an indoor pond where it's like
Yeah, I
one of
haven't seen
those
her in a while.
plastic tubs, those funny shaped plastic tubs,
Yeah.
and she's built a wooden frame around it that it's almost like a deck like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
she
I know.
also has like a lid, a big lid to cover it as well,
Whoa.
and around it she put dirt, so she has like some plants that grow straight out of the pond onto that dirt,
Right. Might be
they grow
too salty in
immersed and
there,
stuff.
so I might have to fix that. But the salt is still not dissolved, so I'm just gonna let it sit for a little while and shake it up every once in a while.
Yeah, her setup is really nice, Patty. It is.
Yeah. Cool.
Indoor.
All right, guys, it's almost noon. Let's get out of here. I appreciate everyone for being here. If you haven't hit that like button, you can hit that button
Jenny
on your way
Lynn
out.
just coming in and saying hello.
Hello,
And
Jenny
we're
Lynn.
saying goodbye.
Goodbye, Jenny Lynn. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, everything. We'll see everybody in the next one, I guess. And that's it. What else we got? Anything? Got anything?
Uh
That's it. Bye.
One last thing.
Oh, sorry.
Hans, you could probably a good place to check is
Oh, I got some stuff.
tractor
Yeah, Tractor Supply.
supply place.
But also, don't forget, pack a bowl, get your entries in. You got till Friday.
Coming up fast.
That's right.
Coming up fast.
Fishymon and I are going to be judges. We'll reveal our bowls probably on Sunday, right? Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
What are you gonna come and
Film it.
video my bowl like you did last time?
Maybe. I don't know when. It'll have to be Saturday. What is Saturday? We'll have to work that out. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Anyway,
All
we'll
right.
figure it out. But pack a bowl, get them in, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Hit that
Enjoy
like
the
button.
rest of the holiday weekend, everybody.
Peace out. Happy Memorial Day. See you in the next one. Bye.